Good evening, everyone. How's everybody doing? I am your humble DM, Matt G, and these are my peoples here. We are here for Dungeon of the Mad Mage, Episode 3, Hex and the City. Good afternoon for those of you on the Pacific. Good evening for those of you on the Eastern. And what the hell are you doing? It's way too early for everyone else around the world. Get some sleep. How's it going for all my people here? I'm going to go ahead and make some introductions here. As per usual, we have Sarah over here to my left on screen. Say hi.
Hello, how y'all doing? I can't hear you. I don't know why I asked that.
That's okay. Suspension of disbelief. That's my.
I'm gonna believe that they're all telling me they're having a great night.
Yeah, indeed. All right. And so Zeke, you're playing. Just a quick recap. Zeke, the tiefling sorcerer, correct? Yeah.
Correct. Yes.
Oh, I forgot.
Sorcerer slash mob enforcer. You know, the usual.
Totally. And as per usual, this episode sponsored by no potential water company at all. Some people drinking water, some people pretending drinking water. Look at that.
By New York City tap water.
Totally. Yeah. And then under Sarah, we have Septur.
Hey, how you doing, guys? Hope we're all having a good time. Having a good time, indeed. We're all having a good time.
I guess we're all having a good time. Some people are drinking water, and some people are definitely not drinking water. And then under Septur, of course, playing Talron, the lizard folk warlock. And then underneath me, to Septur's right, we have Drakon. Say hi, Drakon. Oh, you are muted, sir. I knew. See, this is what happens, folks. Okay, just FYI for everyone at home. If you're streaming, if you're like a streaming,
we're all
guy,
at home,
right? Well, if you're watching this at home, like all the rest of us in the natural world, and not say like on a mobile device, the way that streaming works is you get all these people together in this wonderful little video conference, and you say, "Okay, guys, it's like being a quarterback in a way. You're like, okay, let's all have a really good stream, and let's make sure we don't have any tech issues. And whatever you do, don't mute yourself." Anyway, Drakon, go ahead. That was really good.
Hello, I am Drakon, the one who is different.
Oh my god, you're loud.
I drink water. It's definitely branded.
Okay, Drakon, and Drakon is playing Qrevialur, the dragonborn barbarian. Did I get that right?
Bard.
Okay, good. Barbarian. Not just a barbarian, but a barbarian. To Drakon's right, down in that corner here, we have the definitely not wearing a new headset with an awesome red light in it, Kraw. Say hi, Kraw.
Hello.
Flawless performance. Encore.
I mean,
encore.
you couldn't ask for anything better for him. Kraw is playing Ferros, who, as we may or may not know, has changed his class. He's no longer a fighter. He is now a tiefling paladin of Denier, and we'll see how that works out, especially as we verge into tonight's little escapade. And then to my direct right, again, broadcasting from sunny Peru, except I don't think it's quite sunny anymore in where it is Peru. It's quite nighttime, from what I understand.
Foggy as shit.
I'm sorry to hear that.
It's foggy and polluted as shit. Man.
Oh well, this is this stream definitely not brought to you by the Tourism Board of Peru.
It's like LA times 4.
Oh.
And for those of you in LA who enjoy living in LA, I'm sure you'll love that.
Siri, how polluted is LA?
They got smog, man. They got smog.
Well, Waterdeep also has their sort of smog as well, so
So is
probably
it
just not
magic
as
smog.
It could be magic smog.
It's all the cars.
They
It's all
just
the
don't-
cars that are running around Waterdeep
It's actually
right now.
it's Griffin
horse farts.
Griffin
Diesel
farts.
cars.
Griffin
Griffin
fart.
farts.
Natural
There we go.
gas.
Totally natural gas. But
I
anyway,
thought it was just the Kraken.
over
Well,
here,
anyway, I play.
Alex. Go ahead. Alex from Peru. Well, he's broadcasting from Peru. He's not himself from Peru.
Now I am from Peru.
Go ahead.
No, I'm playing the high elf rogue cop.
Rogue cop.
cop?
But no. So it's very interesting. He's not a rogue cop. He's a rogue who's a cop. Right? So he's not like a rogue cop. It's not like there's some guy in some desk somewhere who's like, "Damn it, Elbauthin, I've told you 1,000 times. You got to make sure." And there is, of course, yeah. "This is the last time before I take your badge, Elbauthin." No, he's a rogue who's a cop.
LB.
LB. LB. Okay.
LB.
Last time we all met, there was some interesting stuff, and I'm going to go ahead and recap it for all of you funny people out there right new. Just find the appropriate music, and here we go. So, last time, Talron attempted to commune with his patron, resulting in a nightmarish vision of horrific, monstrous forces from beneath Waterdeep, rising to the surface and enslaving the citizens and inspiring fear within even Talron's own patron. Waking from this horrific vision, Loraxi arrived soon after and inquired about this dream, about which Talron was not rather forthcoming. But both ended the evening at the Cyclops Inn. And that night, we switched to Qrevialur, who planted a chest in the alleyway behind the yawning portal and put a magical glyph on it for an unknown purpose, himself obtaining a room until the next day. Elbauthin, meanwhile, seeing that Loraxi was gone, recruited 2 city watchmen named Biff and Kron to come with him to the yawning portal to further the mission that Commander Jallister Silvermane had assigned to him. Meanwhile, Zeke ventured forth through the city to find willing or unwilling participants in her hunt for loot in Undermountain to save her uncle's gang, and ended up in the yawning portal herself. And tamping down her desire to steal a hidden chest, which she probably didn't know was planted there by Qrevialur, she entered and observed a interaction between Elbauthin and the barkeep, Durnan, and made her own, shall we call, sleeping arrangements with the house bard, Matrim 3 Strings Merrig, and obtained a secret about Undermountain from him. Elbauthin found his own sleeping, or rather trancing, quarters within the portal, and then obtained his own secret about Undermountain from Durnan, and awaited the next day to further investigate what lay beneath. Meanwhile, the next morning, Ferros awoke from his magically induced torpor, having had communion with the archdevil Fierna, and found through interaction with one of the priests that he had met the night before, or the day before, one of the priests of Denir, that he was now quite different, one of the now chosen of Denir. And he was linked through the divine nature of his original connection to Denir. He also received a magical cloak of sorts, some kind of divinely enchanted necklace, and then a long sword and shield, all inscribed with the symbol of Denir. Ferros then left the temple to attempt to wander further through the city and came face to face with Talron, who, after slapping him for leaving him back in Schult, found some measure of joy in their reunion. Laraxi received a message from Subina, Ferros' mother, and left quite abruptly without acknowledging anything to Ferros. Elbauthin met with Mert, a wealthy Waterdavian noble, upon the orders of Jalister Silvermane, and received his magical luck blade as a reward for his service to the city. Ferros and Zeke came face to face in the yawning portal, and Ferros found his connection to the female tiefling perhaps seasoned a little bit by his recent interaction with Fierna, and it gave her a little bit of a talking to. Talron attempted to get in a word edgewise, resulting in Ferros unsuccessfully casting suggestion on him, and seeing this flagrant disregard for the code legal, Elbauthin jumped into bad cop mode and left the tavern to summon the local authorities with his city watch horn. And at the same time, Qrevialur finally met with his contact, a strangely tall and large-limbed, cloaked human, and attempted to spring that trap laid for him in the alleyway outside. But it seemed like this individual may have been too wily for such a ruse, and the magically glyphed chest would not open. And so, cracking his knuckles, Qrevialur then just went out and cast silence on his own, leading to several patrons to notice that they were sort of now magically ensorcelled, that they could not speak. And Ferros, Zeke, and Talron jumped from their seats as shit was about to go down. At which point, I see that Ferros has already done so, I would like you all, as I move you to the map of the yawning portal. There you go. I would like you all to roll initiative. Okay, Ferros, I see you're 10, so I'm going to remove you one time. I see Qrevialur and Ferros.
Where?
I'm going to roll for everybody else, too.
I did say in something in Discord, just letting you know.
Did mine just? I clicked it. Did it not go?
Yeah, so
Oh.
you make sure that when you click on initiative, it's a really simple thing. Make sure that you click on your token and then click
I did.
Okay. I didn't see
I did. My token is highlighted. I'll try it one more time.
That's okay. All right.
Well, I'm
Qrevialur,
up
Ferros,
there.
Talron, Elbauthin. And
There it
there's
is.
Zeke. Okay, cool. And now I will roll initiative for everybody else.
I'm off to a great start.
You
Okay. All right, and I guess we'll put Mert in there too, and we'll put Dernan in there. Anyone else who's got a bone to pick with these guys? I think that's pretty much it. Yeah, at this point in time, that is it. So here's what happened. Immediately after that silence was cast, Matrim stopped playing, and so there was just this sort of weird silence from Matrim's lute and from Dernan right next to him, as the majority of the other people in the yawning portal didn't even really notice. So, that said, let's go ahead and flip to our turn order here. And let's flip to the combat scene. And there's our lovely combat scene. Let me move things around so you guys in and see what's going on here. I will zoom out too, because I think you guys deserve to see the whole thing. Okay, how does that look? That looks pretty good. I'll move it a little bit more. This. Cool. All right. So, Elbauthin, you're outside, and you have called for the city guard by announcing some kind of alert status with this horn. You blow the horn, and as you do so, several citizens outside sort of look at you strangely, but then see that you are in the colors of the city watch. And so they immediately just hightail it. They just run. You don't see any city watch nearby, So you can only assume that they've heard the horn. What do you?
So I will assume that they've heard the horn. And do I notice the silence that the bard has?
I would say make a
The
perception.
music stop.
I would say make a perception check.
With advantage.
Yes, indeed.
I'm going to put on the screen why.
What do you got going here? Did you put it in there? There we go. Steady eye. That's right. So you have advantage on any wisdom, perception, or if you move no more than half your speed. Well, you're definitely not moving more than half your speed because you're just standing there. So you have advantage. It's a good thing that you got the advantage. You got a 13. Okay. With a 13, you don't actually notice. Maybe it's just there's outside noise, ambient noise, but you don't notice that there's any kind of sort of negative space in terms of sound. So what do you want to do?
Okay, so do I know where? Can I look through and see kind of where everybody is?
You can certainly look inside, yes. You can sort of look back into the inn, absolutely.
So I guess I just wait for the city guard to get there.
Okay, do you want to hold an action of any kind?
I will hold a possible attack.
Okay. And what are you going to attack?
I don't know yet. I'm holding that action.
Okay. So when you hold an action, you have to announce what that action is so that you can hold it after the actual thing, right? So tell me what it is that you said. An attack, meaning I want to shoot something with my bow, or I want to shoot whatever comes out of something, right? That's the action that you're
No action to hold, man. Actually, I'm going to go into stealth mode.
Okay, so you can just poof into stealth. So roll your stealth check. Very nice. Okay. You think that you plaster yourself against the wall outside, and you're pretty confident that no one, at least, should be able to be taking a look for you at this time. Okay. That said, you do happen to notice that Mert is getting up from his table and is walking, sort of, around the corner of the area, and he's a sort of a big dude. We're talking Falstaff heavy, and he sort of walks into the inn proper, and he sort of looks over at Durnan, and he's like, Durnan, what's going on over there? And Durnan is just like, and Mert's just, he's sort of squinting at him, and he's like, Durnan, did you lose your? And then he steps into the actual silence spell, and then he goes, and he draws his sword because he suspects something is afoot here. But because he can't see exactly what's going on, he's going to sort of make a general intelligence check, which may, in fact, determine what the hell is going to happen here. And he got an 8. So Mert looks around, he draws his sword, he goes, and then he just heads for the door. He sprints for the door. 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. 55, 60. I think actually, well, he used 10 of his movement, so actually he goes back here. All right, so that is Elbauthin and Mert's turn. Zeke, you watch this big fat man just sprint by you with a sword in his hand.
I kind of roll my eyes at him. So based on having seen him walk in and out of the silence spell, I assume I have a pretty good idea where it's coming from.
Definitely coming from that corner. That's for sure.
Definitely coming from that corner.
Yeah.
I All right, I'm gonna figure out how to phrase this. 'Cause I'm gonna hold action because I want to wait and see what, if anything, comes through that door.
Okay. You can see the door is open. There are a couple of figures standing in the doorway.
Can I see what's happening between them? Like, can I tell what's going on?
Make a perception check. Let's see how good you can see.
Okay.
I mean, it must be that they're the bulk of this gigantic person with his back to you is hiding what you can see. You see that there is a cloaked figure, but his frame is so large it dwarfs whatever they're doing outside. And you can just see whoever this is, you can see their back. That's all you can see at this point.
Okay,
Zoom out actually a little bit more. So
yeah.
there we go.
I'm gonna put a little distance between me and the door.
Okay.
So I can move. How far can I move?
60 feet. Sorry, 30 feet. 30 feet.
30 feet.
Yeah.
Which is.
Which is 6 squares.
Thank you.
Mm-hmm.
One down. That. I'm staying. Maybe I don't. I'm gonna go. It's over here.
Okay. So you get up from your seat. You sort of position yourself. You squint at the doorway, and you walk over to the side of this massive well in the middle of the room, which you've noted before. This big, deep, dark
Yes.
hole that you can't really
Very
see
big,
very far.
deep, dark hole.
Okay.
Yes.
And your action is to hold an action until you can do what?
To like figure out what's going on.
All right.
Is that an acceptable hold
I
of
think
action?
so. I totally think so.
Okay.
What is the action that you
Okay.
want to hold, though?
An attack if necessary.
Okay. A spell
it would
or
be-
like...
It would be a spell, yeah.
Yeah, what is your spell that you're going to be?
Okay,
Just because it has
And
to
I
be
don't- I
it
don't-
has to be an
Oh, no, I
action
totally-
and not a bonus
I
action.
understand, but I don't necessarily have to do it, right? I'm just holding it in case I want to.
So yeah, that's the whole thing about
I'm
held
just- 'cause
action
this
is
different-
that
this is different from Pathfinder, so this is a clarification.
totally. So the way it works is
Yeah. Sorry.
yeah, the way it works is held actions. If you don't use them, then you waste them.
Okay, that's fine, but I'm saying like so I'm gonna hold this spell, but if I decide I don't want to cast it, I just don't have an action on this round.
That's correct.
That's totally fine. I am gonna hold Thunderwave.
Dope. We love it. Okay.
All right.
Very good.
Thunder.
Thunderwave.
Thunderwave.
Moving on down to the man of the hour, Qrevialur. You see this guy, and he hasn't yet done anything, but he has this grimace of anger on his face after you cast the silence spell. What do you want to do?
He's gonna reach his right hand into his robe, and all of a sudden, a really sharp thing appears.
Okay.
It's a sword.
Shing!
Oh!
a wild sword appears. Oh shit. Okay, this is the first sort of hostile action that we have in this fight. So let's call a spade a spade. Let's get this going here. You draw the sword.
Yes.
You draw the sword from your cloak. Shing! And immediately the face of this opponent of yours goes from sort of annoyed petulance to fear and anger. What do you want to do with this said sword?
I'm just gonna slash his arm right off. If I can.
Okay, well, there you go. The first attack of the shot right there is a crit. 27, which clearly hits. And you do 6 slashing and 13. Oh, do you want to explain what happens when this sword comes out?
Well, it's kind of difficult because this is lightning, and there's no thunder emanating from this. So all you hear
True,
is, like,
but what does it look like?
electricity. All
Yeah.
you see is like this electricity, and get that like cartoony, like he's black, and you can see his skeleton. He has that black outline.
Zap.
Skeleton. Just for a split second.
Okay. So yeah, you slash through him, and the lightning sword rips through this figure's cloak, and for just a second, you see under this figure's cloak, and you see that there's something undulating and moving underneath it. It's sort of viscous and fluidity. It doesn't look like normal human flesh. And then the cloak covers over it again.
Well, still my bonus action. And with his other hands,
Okay.
he's going to stab him with the regular fancy javelin.
Okay, you pull out the javelin?
It would just be the 7. I don't know
Okay.
why. Yeah.
That's fine. Yeah, you need to work on that macro, but that's fine. So you stab him, you just the javelin goes in him, and he goes, and it does
completely silent.
sure. But you get the feeling that if he weren't silent, he would certainly be saying something like that.
Unpleasant noises.
Definitely unpleasant noises. A little bit of sort of purplish green ichor comes out of the corner of his mouth.
That's the end of my turn.
All right. And now he will retort, because now it is his turn. His hands start to crackle with sort of purplish energy, and he will cast a spell on you. He will go ahead and cast... he will cast... Okay, so he can't
sure
cast.
that it does not
Yeah,
have
exactly. Now
components.
he starts to he thinks about it for a second. He looks at his hands, and then he smiles, and then he turns his back on you and walks through the door, which allows you for an opportunity attack when he walks 5 feet from you. So go ahead and give your opportunity attack.
Definitely. That one was nice.
Okay, yeah, you reach out for him, and he slaps away the longsword, and then continues to walk. Durnan is sort of unsure as to what to think, but as this sort of figure passes by him hurriedly, he sees this, and his eyes widen. But Durnan doesn't do anything as he steps 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then turns and in your direction. At which point his hands crackle and start to make a sort of humming noise, and then he smiles and grins in your direction, and he realizes that he's out of the range of your silent spell. And then he will cast a spell that starts to crackle bluish, and then white, and then and he casts a cone of freezing cold energy at you in your direction. And the entire northern wall of the Yawning Portal is coated in frost. So I need you to make a Constitution save, Qrevialur. Okay, you definitely make the Constitution save with a 24. So you'd only take half damage, which is 2, 17. So you only take 16 cold damage. So you brace yourself against this blast of cold. And that is his turn. Ferros, you're up.
I'm sitting down and I see this. Did I see Qrevialur stab this guy?
I don't think you did. He had his back to the... you might have seen the lightning flash.
Okay, if I saw that, then...
You definitely saw a couple of lightning flashes, and then this guy ran out of the doorway, turned back towards this Dragonborn guy, and then there's a giant blast of frost against the entire northern wall.
Okay. Well, I have something for this.
Okay.
All right. So I'm sitting down. Just kind of take a swig for a second.
Sure.
Like swing my necklace a bit and cast Calm Emotions right here.
Calm Emotions. All right. So for those of you watching at home, Calm Emotions basically suppresses the strong emotions in a group of people. And every humanoid has to make a charisma saving throw, or a creature can choose to fail that charisma saving throw. So could you just do me a favor one more time and ping where you're popping it? Right there.
20-foot radius.
Okay, cool. So let me put a little thing there, a little spell effect thing. Let's call 20-foot radius. I'll put that in there. Okay, so 20-foot radius. Let's do that. 20-foot radius. That's a 20-foot radius. Can you ping me the center one more time? Is that about right?
It's right here.
Okay, cool.
It looks a little short. 15-foot radius. Right?
Okay, let me open it up then. One more shot. Boop. There you go.
All right. And then the center's right here, and the outer edge will be here.
Okay, cool.
So I need to move a little bit.
Like there?
A little to the left? About that.
Okay, cool.
It
Excellent.
should get both Qrevialur and this person. I've never seen.
Sure thing. Okay, so Qrevialur, make a charisma saving throw. Okay. What's the DC on this one?
The DC is 15.
Okay. So I believe that Qrevialur failed that with an 8. This figure who is standing there doesn't seem to be affected by it. You don't see any sort of outward signs of him, being calmed by such a spell.
All right. I make Qrevialur indifferent to this person instead of hostile.
Okay. Qrevialur,
Unless-
you now feel, instead of hostile toward him, you just feel sort of like he's just an everyday person.
I stand up, walk over to him. Hey, you can stop this city guard coming. I don't want to make too much of a mess, you know? He won't attack you for a second. You'll be fine.
He sort of turns in your direction, and you see how tall this dude is. And he's got this weird sort of patina. It's almost like a glossy sheen over his skin, and these really sort of dark eyes, like two black eyes. And he kind of smells. And he sort of turns to you and looks down and says,
Mind your own business.
I mean, you're screwing up the bar. That's no idea.
okay. Very good. Durnan. Seeing that shit is going crazy, especially with this guy who just caused a lot of damage to his bar, sort of runs. Oops, wrong way. Come on, man. I'll just put this on a different layer. I'll put it on the...
Move to back.
Yeah, I will move to the back. There we go. Durnan will go ahead and just go and run behind the bar. 6. You guys see him sort of run to the bar, duck behind the bar, and then pop up. And instead of our normal bartender having a shotgun, Durnan pulls out a humongous greatsword. And he goes, I do not respect violence in my establishment. And then he makes a run, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, at...
Technically, Durnan is in calm emotions, too.
Oh, that's a good point. Let me have Durnan roll his charisma saving throw.
And it's the same effect for everyone. Indifference.
Totally. Let's try it. See what he did. Let's see what happened here with Durnan. He got a 17. So
go.
Durnan is definitely not calmed. He feels he must kill younglings. He will just run over and make... Well, he ran over, grabbed the sword, and then he runs within one square or 5 feet of this tall figure, who's just blasted his bar. Can't make an action, though, because he used his action for the move. So that's it for his turn. Talron, you're up.
Can I look real quick at this tall figure? Like, would it be possible he looks something off of my dream?
You can make a perception check. You're also really quiet, so I'm going to ask that you sort of pump up the volume, or I can pull you up in Discord a little bit too.
I don't know why I'm quiet.
That's fine. I'll just pull you up in volume. There we go.
But yeah, you said perception check?
Yes, perception check, please.
21.
So you look at this figure. You don't recognize him from your dream. No.
But does he look something resembling those possessed figures or something like that?
His possessed... The way he looks does not look like the way that the citizens of Waterdeep looked like in your dream. In those faces, in those people that you saw in your dream, they were much more sort of blank-eyed, drool coming out of their mouth, just like they had been possessed. This figure does not look like that. Instead, he looks just like very waxy sheen over his face.
All right. Well, seeing how he's the most violent, at least the one who just suddenly barged into the bar, I'm gonna step over to the side, and I'm gonna cast Hex on him.
Okay.
Oh, what the fuck?
Okay. Cast Hex on him. I will put a little marker on him then. Put a little purple marker like we always do.
Yeah,
For
on
Hex.
Dex checks.
Mm-hmm. Dex checks for him. Okay.
Hey,
Cool.
you know what? I'm gonna blast him
Okay.
with a couple of purple.
Eldritch Blast. There you go. Eldritch Blast. You're welcome. You're welcome. Eldritch Blast. The first one will miss and splatter against the wall, making a sort of smoking hole. But the second one will definitely hit him, doing 8 force damage.
I'm taking it.
and a couple of and a thing of necrotic damage.
I'm taking all that damage.
No.
So you're taking the damage from the... Okay, you take the
correct.
damage from
All of
him.
it.
Okay, super. Let me just
What?
add 6, add 8 to that. So Ferros, you take 8 damage from the second
And
blast.
the hex. The hex
And
damage.
and the... Okay, cool. But you don't take the hex. You just take the hex damage.
That's correct.
Cool. All right.
But
So,
wouldn't it need to make contact first?
well, what do you mean? The actual Eldritch
Like-
Blast?
Yeah,
Yeah, the
you
Eldritch
mean-
Blast. The second one made contact. That's for sure.
but it hit Ferros.
So, if you take a look in chat, he has an aura. It says, when a creature within 10 feet of you takes damage, you can use your reaction, which is what Ferros is doing, to magically take that damage instead of that creature taking it. Doesn't have to be an ally. It can be a creature.
And the hex damage too.
Cool. Okay.
How much is that?
4.
There you go. 8 and 4. 12 damage.
He hasn't hurt anyone, Talron. They were fighting back there. Who knows who the aggressor is? Oh, jeez. Shoot first, ask questions later much.
So it's very strange because the bolt sort of like, it goes right towards this figure and then it just like curves and goes right into Ferros.
Also, concentration save. Well, there you go. All motions down.
Okay. Boop. It happens. No more calm emotions. Which is actually pretty funny because Qrevialur, you're like, I felt really good about this guy all of a sudden. Now you're just like, rage. All right, and we're back at the top of the order. Elbauthin. Shit has gone down. What would you like to do? You are still stealthed.
All right, I'm gonna step in and I'm going to yell,
Okay?
halt, stop fighting, city watch, everybody stay where they are.
That's what I'm trying to do, Elbauthin, but he doesn't seem to care.
Okay.
I can't
Make...
move my token in.
Okay, let me help you here. I think I know why. There you go. You got caught on the doorframe.
What do you want me to make?
What's that?
What do you want me to make?
I would say an intimidation roll. Definitely intimidation.
So bad at that.
Eh, you have a loud voice. Let's see how much it carries. 11. Okay, so this Zeke, you watched this elf like come inside, and he's wearing City
That's
Watch
damage
colors.
Because I'm a cop. I am a
Does
cop.
he still?
I am a cop.
Does he still have his fabulous hat on?
He does have his hat on. It kind of reduces the intimidation factor just a bit. Just
It
a bit.
does a little bit.
Just a bit.
All right.
Like, but he's got an awesome looking sword now.
He's got an awesome looking sword and a cool hat. I'm gonna take a second to talk to my invisible friend and tell her not right now.
Okay.
And then am actually going to cast Thaumaturgy to make my voice boom up to 3 times as loud as normal and say, "Yo, City Watch is here. Can we all just calm the fuck down?"
And a couple of like the patrons who have seen like this like cold blast against the front wall, who sort of screeched, and like then about 6 seconds after that, this like booming voice, they just like cover their ears and bolt for the door. So like you see a halfling at this table, he's just like, "Fuck this," and he just runs 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12.
I'm gonna add a little please.
There are 3
at the end of
dwarves
my
at the
show.
table right behind you, Zeke. They're just like, they're still drinking. And then when like the thaumaturgy booms, they're like, "Oh, this isn't worth it. No fucking way." And they just run for the door. Like all 3 of them pick up and just run 3, 4, 5. They push past Mert, 5, 6, and just push right past you, Elbauthin, and out the door. 1, 2, 3. Let's just remove them completely. On the other side of the bar, you see an elf, or a group of elves, who were all sort of like sitting very prim and proper, but then again, the thaumaturgy just blasts throughout the tavern, and they're like, "Time to leave." And they just go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stand next to Elbauthin and look at you up and down. And Elbauthin, you look at these 3 elves, and there is no word. But let's see, who else would you have affected with an 11 on your intimidation? Definitely not Durnan. You know who would be affected? Matchroom 3 Strings Merrick. Abso-fucking-lutely. That bard is just like he is a you-know-what. So he goes, and he just runs out of the silence. 3.
He can't hear
Around-
him. He's deaf.
Is silence also for deafened?
Yes.
Oh, snaps.
It's
Sounds
thunder
better.
damage even. It's,
Okay, I thought it was
no
just that he
sound
couldn't
can pass
speak.
through silence.
Okay, great. So he
No
doesn't.
sound.
So he doesn't hear anything. Let me put him back where he was. That's great. So he's just like, and then he tries to strum his guitar again, and then he looks back at the back wall, and he's like,
Sorry.
and he puts his guitar slowly down. What else? Oh yeah, we got 2 other guys in the back here. You got a dwarf and another elf. They've been actually they've kind of been looking at each other quite fondly. Maybe they'll start the new master race between dwarves and elves. They run upstairs and disappear. What else? That's all of the people in the bar worth mentioning. Mert sees you come into the bar, and sort of shouts to you, Elbauthin. He goes,
I think this whole thing is gonna end up really, really bad. You've got this, right?
It's out of my turn, so I have to wait until it's my turn to respond to him.
"No, you can speak. Speaking is a free action."
I mean, I'm waiting for the rest of the watch to arrive, but yeah, overall, do we know? Is there a way we can lock the doors? Stop people
Yeah,
from
I
getting out
mean,
of-
I would think Durnan probably has the keys. I don't know if he would be okay with locking it, but anyway, you've got this, right?
Where are you going?
Okay, cool, I'm out.
And he just runs. 4, 5, 6, and disappears around the corner. Zeke, it is now your turn.
I still can't figure out what the hell is going on in this bar, but whatever it is, it's a mess. And
And in one accidental hole in the wall.
there's a frozen wall, there's a hole in the wall, there was some kind of fight going on.
Yep.
Your boyfriend is stealing your magic damage, and I am just gonna take a seat in this chair and wait and see how this shit plays out.
It's like that meme with like the dog and like everything's on fire, and he's just like, "This is fine."
Everything's fine.
This
I'm
is
just-
fine.
I'm gonna take a seat. I'm gonna just chill for a minute and see how this all plays out.
Okay. So
Maybe put my feet up.
no held action, just sitting down and
No
just
held
like.
action. I am going to sit in the chair and observe.
Okay, very good. Moving on then. To Qrevialur. What do you want to do, bud?
Well, probably going to just drop silence.
Okay, silence is now dropped. Poof.
And then make sure that I'm gonna do this right. He is going to get very angry
Rage!
and scream.
Okay.
Where is she?
Oh my god, Batman has come into town.
Rachel, where's Rachel?
Run straight for him.
Oh shit.
Can't get him through the door. He's
Hold
not
on, I'll
working.
get him through the door. No, it's okay. I
Door's
got
not
you.
working.
Yeah, he's so angry, he just like bams into the door frame, and then he's just like,
Breaks the door. It's
Where's
not working,
Rachel?
so-
and then he runs.
Oh!
and then he's gonna slash with his lightning tongue. That'll do 2 extra damage
Okay.
due to rage.
Okay.
And then he's going to pull up his other arm with the javelin in it and stab him that way. That also does 2 extra damage because of rage.
Okay, so we've got 9 on the lightning sword, and then the second.
It'd be 11 on the first one and then 10 on the second.
Okay, cool. Cool.
Yep, because rage damage.
Right, rage. And then 10 on the second, yeah?
Yep. 11 and 10.
Cool beans. Yeah, you just slash and then stab, and he's like. You hear like this awful, like guttural growl come from the folds of his cloak. Almost like it's not even coming from his mouth. Anything else?
Nope, that's gonna be the end of my turn.
Cool. And then, as a retort, this. Yeah, he has enough. Okay, cool. He will. It's a good spell to use against you. He will. I think that'll work. Yeah, as a bonus action. No. Yeah, actually, yeah. He sees that you're pretty much armed to the teeth, so he will just go, and he will Misty Step, and poof. So let me just cast the Misty Step so you guys can see what it does. Misty Step will teleport to a 30-foot space, unoccupied space that he can see, which is where he goes. So let's say 5, 10. He just poof right over here. He's right by the edge of that well. And he's just smiling the whole time. It's this weird sort of rictus grin. And that's his turn. He doesn't want to use another spell. Ferros, you're up.
Well, seems like we've solved that. I'm gonna sit down and get a drink.
Okay.
He's pretty pissed. Calm emotions.
Okay. Make a charisma saving throw. I guess you're centering it on Qrevialur?
Oh, well, 15 feet here, 15 feet here.
Okay,
20
on both of
radius,
them?
so-
Cool.
Yep.
All right. I guess I'll just pull that back in real quick. Where is it?
Wait, did the bad guy just attack these guys?
He did
No.
not. He just pieced away. He didn't attack anybody. The only person he's attacked has been Qrevialur.
DC is 15, so.
Okay.
there you go.
Okay. So yeah, Qrevialur, you feel like this thing is invading your mind one more time, but you're able to shake it off. And let's see if he does as well. And that's with Durnan as well, correct?
Technically, I think, yeah.
Okay,
That's
cool.
the center right there, so 20.
Okay, cool. I'll grab Durnan and give him a charisma saving throw. Okay, so here's what happens. You don't see this figure again. You don't see any kind of change in his facial structure that seems to incline on that he's actually affected by the spell. Durnan, however, just sort of goes, "Oh, well." He sort of shrugs and just walks behind the bar. Because it's his turn next.
I'll drop concentration on calm motions as soon as right before my turn ends. Then.
Okay. So you do it once.
If neither Qrevialur nor him are affected, then I'm
Nope.
just gonna drop concentration.
Poof, it's gone. But Durnan's sort of like affected for a second. But what's the duration on that? Right. The duration is until the concentration ends.
Up to 1 minute.
Okay.
When concentration ends, the spell ends. And concentration ends is free action. So.
Okay. Well, then Durnan would be affected then again as soon as that spell ends. Right. He would still be pissed.
Oh yeah, he would be pissed. Yeah, of course. Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
On his turn, he'll be pissed. Like it was only up for a brief moment of time.
So it's like a second, right? So it's like he's like, all right, and he like walks out of it for a second.
So
And
you
as soon as
just
the
second
spell,
doubted it?
the second
Like-
spell, as soon as like a second after the spell ends, he's like, oh
Am I
shit.
overthinking this?
And then I'll say to Talron, I think that Dragonborn's beating him up. He hasn't really. It looks like he's acting in defense. My turn.
And Durnan then will, let's see if he has any kind of cool ass charge stuff. No, he does not. Which means he has to just go, here we go. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, he's so close. Can't get to him. He can't get to him. So he just stands there waiting for his attack. He's just like, wait a second, I got this. I got you on the next turn. Shh. And he just like positions his greatsword like fucking Conan the Barbarian. And now it's Talron's turn.
I look between. I look around for a second, like between, like Leva Kavarin, or this weird dragonborn guy who's fucking pissed for some reason. And
What's
the
your-
other guy, I'm like, sorry.
No, that's fine.
I'm like, who the fuck are the bad guys? And who are we fighting?
It's just like that last episode of Game of Thrones. Oh, God.
Just try to stop them from fighting if you can. Don't actually
So
hurt
sorry.
them. No reason to.
I'm so sorry.
Well, the bartender's mad, so
Why is the bartender mad? I don't know.
I don't know. Everyone's mad.
Why is everyone so mad? Everyone's so mad.
Just
So what you want to do?
well, just so making sure I still have like a view on this guy, I'm just gonna like, you know what? The moment that weird humanish thing starts being aggressive again, I'm gonna do 2 more Eldritch Blasts.
Okay, cool beans. So you're holding your action until he makes the next attack, essentially.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. All right, moving on down. Top of the order. At that point in time, these 3 patrons run past Elbauthin. Actually, I should say 4. And they just file out the door. Boop, 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 boop. Bye-bye. At that point in time, they shove past, to the rescue, some guards who just run right in the door and appear at the front door. These guards are dressed in yellow and green. They wear sort of conical hats, and they all carry sort of small truncheons about yay big. And they also carry sort of small buckler shields, too. So that all 4 of them sort of like stumble in through the door. Elbauthin, you see these guys all jump in. What do you want to do?
It would be funny if Biff and Kron were one of them, but
Unfortunately, Biff and Kron are not amongst them.
No.
Aw.
They're not there for every single guard scene.
Aw.
Sorry.
all right. The first 2 in the front. So the first 2, these guys right here,
Yeah.
arrest this man.
Okay.
Oh, what?
The next 2, assist the barkeep with stopping this man.
They look at you. They just wordlessly nod. So I'm going to have them go on your initiative. Is that cool?
That works.
Make things easier. All right. So they, the first 2 rush in, go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So the 2 of them will attempt to grapple you.
I won't resist.
Ferros? Okay. Very good. And they just grab you by the arms. So now you're restrained. I'll put the restrain marker on you.
Damn, I was hoping he resisted.
Resisting arrest, disturbance of the peace. Okay, and then the other two sprint across the room. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. And aim right for this cloaked figure. And that's their turn. Do you want to do anything specifically?
I'm gonna dash over to the cloaked figure.
Okay, so you can use your bonus action to dash, and then use your movement as well.
So I'm gonna count it. Actually, I can just use that line that does the calculation, right?
Yeah, that's right, you can.
There's the fourth tool in Roll20 in top left, the ruler tool.
Or you can use the Q key. This is actually a pro tip. If you hold down the Q key and then you move your token using the control, the cursors, the cursor buttons on your keyboard. I'm really good with words tonight, folks.
Arrows?
The arrow buttons. If you're holding the Q button and the arrows, then you can actually sort of like figure out exactly just like that.
Oh, cool.
Yeah. Look at that. Look at that, folks. It even tells you how many squares it is. So I say like 10 squares instead of 60 feet. Boom. You dash over. Excellent.
It looks like he's stuck.
And then you can just let go of the Q key. Once you're there. Yeah, you got it.
He just
Okay,
pressed it
I did
on.
everything.
So you use your bonus action to dash, you use your movement, but you still have an action.
Okay, I'm gonna try and intimidate this guy.
What are you gonna say?
You stop.
the ultimate in intimidation.
Stop, motherfucker.
It's like
Which is
like
horrible because I'm an investigator.
I love it. I mean,
Skinny. I'm
roll
skinny.
roll your intimidation, Mr. Floppy Hat. Let's go. Roll a natural one. Okay, 16.
Oh.
Not bad. Okay, so it must be just the tenor of your voice, or the fact that you just came speeding across the room, or maybe the fact that you're right next to Durnan. I think that's more likely. And Durnan's just like, Durnan just like stands next to you after you say, "You stop," and Durnan's like, "Yeah." He's got a giant greatsword. So that probably he gave you the little oomph that you needed. So you see this figure. It's very strange. The expression on this figure's face doesn't change. He's still just grinning that crazy, sort of awful, yellow-toothed, big-eyed grin. Like,
Ew.
yeah, he's just standing there like that. Anything else beyond your pretty successful intimidation check that you want to do?
That's it.
Cool.
I mean, that's my action, right?
Yep, that is your action. Zeke, you're up.
Huh. Alright. Things are sort of calming down.
Sort of calming down?
Sort of calming down. I mean, at least all the patrons are out of the bar. No, I don't have a horse in this race. I am very much still flying solo at this point, except that Durnan, I do like Durnan, and I'm kind of annoyed that his bar is getting blown up.
Mm-hmm. Sure he is, too.
But Dragon Dude wants to go down the hole. I am... Now, can I move through this square that's between... I think I can. Here.
You can move through any ally. Anyone who's... Let's call a spade a spade. You can move through any square that is not an enemy. Right, as long as it's not as long as it's not difficult terrain or a hazard.
All right, I am. Q and cursors is not working for me for some reason. So
Okay.
1. I can go. How many squares? I want to get
6 squares.
6? Yeah.
6 squares. I want to get near Qrevialur, so I'm gonna go 1, 2, 3, for 5. I'm gonna stay 5 feet away from him.
Okay.
And then when I get there, I'm just gonna be like, "Hey, dude, what the fuck is going on right now?"
Okay. To what end are you asking that? Are you intending to do something in terms of getting information from him, or?
Yes, I'm trying to find out. Actually, I'll change tactics. I'm gonna be like, "Yo, why the fuck are you blowing up my friend's bar?"
Okay, that sounds a little bit more intimidating to me.
I will do an intimidation check.
Go for it. Okay. And then as a response, Qrevialur, would you like to make an insight check for me? Okay. So this this sort of short-horned tiefling comes up to you, Qrevialur, and it's just like her hair sort of like for a second it sort of blows back like Super Saiyan style, and she's just like, and maybe she has a little bit more of that of that thaumaturgy voice coming out of her, and she's just like, "Why are you blowing up my friend's bar?" And you're just like, "Whoa," taken aback a little bit. What's your response?
Well, since I'm still enraged,
Yes, that is true.
probably not thinking the best. I mean, you can see his skin is slightly more red. Scales have parted, and you can see veins popping out.
Nice.
That's just how angry he is. And so he just slowly turns to you, takes like a step back, and then focuses back on what he's doing. Just like, not today. In his mind, you could tell, he's like, I hope she isn't with him.
Ooh, I like it. I would see the art, just like her coming up to him and him just like being like this
'Cause
in
you're
terms
like
of height.
2 feet taller than
Yeah,
me.
and then just being like, later, and then just like turning back. Got it. I love it. Okay, we're good here. Now it is your turn. Qrevialur, what would you like to do?
Let's see. Well, are these people considered friendly? I don't know if these.
If you're talking about the City Watch themselves,
Yeah, I don't know if they would be considered hostile towards me or not.
they're not hostile to you because they haven't been ordered to be hostile to you. So no.
Okay. So then he will. Well, actually, I'm just gonna hope. Just gotta. Sometimes you gotta dream,
Okay. Okay.
and so. Well, actually, I can't do this because I'm enraged. Never mind. He's going to run as fast as he can. Not really. Pretty moderate speed. But as he goes, you can see his sword, like, shocking. You know, you see the bits flying off.
So you just like bust through the table. You're just like, and then
Oh, yeah.
you just bust
He
through the
didn't even
chair.
realize he didn't even realize the table was there. He just kind of kicked it out of the way. Like
Okay.
as if he was regularly walking. It just moved.
Okay, got it.
Table was scared of him. And so he takes his sword and he swings with it.
Do it. Do it.
And that already has... Does it? Oh, and that doesn't already have the rage damage. Alright. Oh, no, it does. There it is.
Okay.
It's the 2. Yep,
Mhm.
so that's all 3 of those numbers.
So 21.
Yep. And then he will stab with his other arm, which has a javelin in it. Which
That will
also
hit.
already has the...
Okay, so 10 more
Then
damage.
he's probably going to scream another time.
Okay. It's at that point that you see the first inklings of fear on this creature's face. And I call it creature because you're close enough to see, after several stabs and slashes, that the inside of his cloak has been ripped asunder. And underneath, you can see a bloated carapace, almost like that of a beetle, ending in the face of a human that's just barely held together by skin, almost like a mask. And he opens his mouth, and 2 little sort of like pincers come out, and he just goes. Okay. Anything else, Qrevialur?
Nope, that's going to be his turn.
Okay. You were saying, Zeke?
Can we all see that happen? The mouth thing, or only him because he's so close?
I would say either himself, Durnan, and Elbauthin probably are close enough to see that. The guards certainly can't. You can't. But yeah.
I'm far away. Just checking.
Totally.
Didn't know how big the pincers were.
Yeah, it's not like whoosh, it's just like here, right? So that's.
Okay. All right.
But it makes this awful noise. You were saying, Talron?
Do I see it as well?
No, you're too far away, unfortunately. It's at that point that the creature puts his hand at you, Qrevialur, makes some kind of awful gagging noise, goes, and then in a wisp of smoke and ozone, disappears.
Is that a spell?
That is.
Am I able to move my hands? Like, they're grappling my arms.
You are
Am I able to-
restrained.
Okay, restraint doesn't stop somatic components, though.
True. That is true.
He's handcuffed.
Well, I wanted to
No, he wasn't handcuffed. You can certainly counterspell, but you'd have to counterspell at that higher level, right? Because counterspell is level 3. This is a.
Well, I'm countering spelling at level 3. I'm gonna try. I'll go for the spellcast ability if you want me to.
So do it.
Okay.
Let's see.
Never mind.
Unfortunately, not. That is your ability spec. It is a 7. So yeah, you tried to counterspell it, and then it just didn't take effect, unfortunately. And this creature disappears, Qrevialur, in front of your eyes.
Can I counterspell?
Did you use your reaction already?
No.
So you can try to counterspell as well if you'd like. Yeah. Use your charisma. Yep.
5th level, by the way, since it's the warlock.
Yep,
Yeah.
5th level.
DC 15.
There's no DC to this.
Yeah, you just have to roll. Yeah, so you're trying to cast. You have to use your charisma check in order to
Use
do
the
that.
5th level counter spell. If the spell's higher than 5th level, you have to make a charisma check. Yeah.
So.
Click on the charisma button.
Oh, just straight,
Spellcasting ability modifier.
Yeah.
just straight charisma?
Yes, indeed.
Alright.
Not enough. So you both, like, individually, like, you just, like, you wiggle your fingers, Ferros, and he disappears. And Talron, you, like, see him trying to do something in frustration, and you're like, oh, no! And then it's just too slow. And this creature disappears. But Ferros, it is now your turn. What do you want to do?
You guys go to the gym often. I can't,
Make a perception check, Ferros.
no, I don't. I'm not trying to like check. I'm not looking.
No. I'm asking
I
you.
think that's a flirting check.
No, I'm saying make a perception check. You hear from inside the well strange sort of clacking noises.
Oh boy.
I gotta say, I think your dresses are missing the color red. Just I remember my dreams, City Watch. Red, gold, and green. It's the colors of my dreams. Love would be easy if you had those colors.
The guards look at each other like, do you get the reference? No, I don't get the reference. Maybe he's making a joke. Are you making a joke on us?
Oh, have you not heard that song? Never mind. Don't worry about it.
Right. I think we got to take him back to the boss over there. Well, when it's our turn, we'll take him back to the boss.
Right, yeah, we'll take him back to the boss.
Don't worry, I'm not resisting or anything. Just tell me where to go. I'll go.
What do you want to do on your turn? Anything, Ferros?
No.
All right. Very good.
I'll do this. I'll ready an action if they tell me to move.
Fair enough. Durnan sees that this creature, and he's like, he has like big old like oh shit eyes. When he saw what he saw, and then he looks at you, Qrevialur, and he's like,
What in the hell was that?
and he's just like his hand with his great sword sort of goes a little limp, and then he goes,
Oh, shit.
and he like runs over to the edge of the yawning portal's well and looks straight down. He goes,
God damn it.
fucking, and then he says to the guards,
You better get more of your people, because we got some shit coming up big time.
and then he gets ready with his sword to like whack whatever the hell's coming up. And now it's your turn, Talron. Make a perception check.
Oh god. Perception.
You hear just faint clacking noises. You don't know what it is, but like you just hear like coming from multiple places along the inside of this well.
I see that Durham look down, right?
Yes, you did indeed.
I'm afraid to look over, but I take a step forward to look down.
Okay. When you look down, you see this sort of massive shadow crawling up the side of the well. Like
Nope.
tentacles
Nope.
going like up the side of the well.
Right. Bonus action. Switching the hex to whatever the fuck that thing is.
You can't really see it, so you require sight for hex, correct?
Yeah. Can I still
I
blast
believe so.
down?
Right? You can still blast down. You would have disadvantage on something that you can't really see. But you can still do it.
Devil Sight?
How far does that extend?
120?
Oh, right. Okay, cool. So you use Devil's Sight. Is that always on?
Yeah.
Oh, dope. Okay, I didn't realize that. So yeah, with your Devil's Sight, you look down, and 100 feet down, and swiftly climbing up, is this awful, monstrous creature with, like, tentacles, using its tentacles to sort of, like, jam them into the cornices of the stone and pull its great bulk up. And then it looks up towards you, and you see it has this sort of maw, like a beak. And it just opens its mouth like... And you see that its mouth around the beak goes whoosh, like the Demogorgon in Stranger Things. Like there's like 4 fronds around it. And you see that there are these like rows of like fangs around it. Looks sort of like this. Where are we? Yeah, here we go. Looks like that.
He's cute.
Oh, yeah.
How about
Gorgeous.
now?
What do you want to do, Talron?
Right. Hex?
Sure. Now you see it. Absolutely.
And it's still trying. Well, yeah.
It's still about 100 feet down from you, but it's coming up.
Disadvantage on Dex again.
Dex, dope. Okay.
Still has a bit of distance before it gets to the surface.
Yes, indeed.
Right, I'm gonna Eldritch Blast.
Go for it. Go for it.
Oh wow, 2 18s.
2 18s will both hit.
That damage isn't as
Amazingly
high as
so.
I'd like to be.
That's 8 damage of D-Force. Use the Force. Yes. You blast down the side of the well, and you hear... And you guys hear this awful, like, cry echoing up.
Wait, so it's supposed to be 1d10 plus 3.
Let's take a look. What do you got? 1d10 plus 3. Right. You rolled a 1 on the first one in terms of damage, and then you rolled a 1 on the second one.
Oh, that's fucking. That's
Sorry, buddy.
Plus your hex damage.
Yeah.
Right. What is your hex
That'd
damage?
be-
Is that 2?
Yeah, 2d6.
All right. So that's another... 2.
Man, I love. That's 6 necrog damage
Cool.
and 8 force damage.
Okay. Yeah, I'm with you there.
And yeah, as soon as I'm done with that, I'm. Oh god, he's right next to me. Shit.
Okay. If that's it, I will move on.
Yeah. Yeah, that's.
I'll take that to be a yes. Moving on, Elbauthin. Your guards, who were sprinting towards this figure, who were not able to get to him in time, stop and look around, and then they hear this awful wail coming up from the well and look at you as if you should tell them what the fuck they should do.
Arrest this man here, and with that, take a shot.
What?
I think he said, arrest this man right here. And then with that, he'll look down the well and take a shot at whatever's down there. What are you taking a shot with there, Elbauthin?
Short bow.
What's your range on short bow? If you don't know,
it
I can
doesn't-
tell you.
It's 60. It's a 60-foot. It's a 60-foot cone.
No, that is definitely not it. I think,
Mhm.
yeah. So let me take a look here real quick at your short bow. Your short bow has a range of. Oh, that's very strange. I don't know why that is. It's 60-foot cone. That does not make sense. I will look it up right now. That'll make a lot more sense here. The short bow range, I believe, is. Here we go. I got a
80
short
through
bow.
20.
Thank you very much, Kraw. 80 and 20. 80, 120 or 80?
320.
80 and 320. Okay, so up to 320, it's disadvantage. So 80 is unfortunately normal, so it's going to be with disadvantage on this attack, Elbauthin, because he's beyond the range of your short bow naturally. You still want to make the shot?
I just did, dude.
Okay, very good. That's with your rapier, though.
Yeah, but let me just. Should I just roll the damage for the short bow? Because it's still a 1d6 plus.
Yeah,
I don't
go
want
ahead.
to lose those rolls.
I'm with you. A 20 is a 20 is a
So-
20. That's fine. Let me just make
It's
sure
a
that
1d6
everything is good
plus
here.
5.
I just want to see here. It's just -1, so it still hits. That's fine. Yeah, you're way over the what you would hit. So yeah, roll the damage for your short bow. Okay, 10 damage. Cool. Make a perception check there for me, buddy. You take the shot down the well, and you hear, and then you hear coming from the north side of the well. You have dark vision, so your like eyes immediately focus, and you see that there is another one. This one about the same size. This one coming up a little bit below it. It's like 120 feet down, but it's still coming up the side of the well. That.
Okay, guards, don't arrest this man. Stand by. There's another one coming up the goddamn wall.
There's another
You
one.
two.
They're
down
coming out of the
here.
goddamn walls, man.
Okay. Move away from this gentleman here. And start getting around the wall. There's another one coming up the wall. Ready your weapons.
Okay, they look at their weapons, which they have, which are truncheons and shields, and they're like, I don't think we're cut out for this shit. Okay. And they like, get ready. Whatever that means. But okay, so they circle around, I guess, to hear and await these things coming up. And now these things, these awful monstrosities, take their turns. And they climb 30 feet on their turn. And then they climb another 30 feet. So this one is about 40 feet from the top. And this one is about 80 feet from the top. They cannot attack yet, but they are swiftly climbing. And you just hear like cracking stone. And now, Zeke, it is your turn.
Alrighty, so this guy here is within the hexed guy is 40 feet from the top, and the other guy is how many feet from the top?
80.
80. So if I move,
Zoom in a little bit to you guys.
5. If I am here or here, am I within 60 feet of him?
Of who?
Of hexed monster.
So the way it works is, unfortunately, like if you think about it, like you're here, right, and he's 40 feet down. So you
Down.
wouldn't have any sight on him because you'd have to look straight down the well to get at him.
Can I get to that square?
Yeah,
All right, cool. So now he's within range?
you better believe it.
All right, then as a quicken spell, I'm going to spend some sorcery points. I'm going to cast Dominate Beast.
Okay. Make an Arcana check for me, though.
Make an Arcana check. I can do that.
Before you do that, make an Arcana check. real
Before I
quick.
do that, Arcana check.
Okay. You look down at these creatures and you're like, that is not a beast.
Okay.
The beast would be any kind of natural monster. This creature is definitely not natural. Although, do me a favor, just for everyone's edification, go ahead and click on Dominate Beast, just so we can all see it in chat. I'd really love to sort of see exactly what it says. Pretty sure this won't work, but I wanted to sort of have you justify it
There's a
internally.
dominant monster spell. So.
That's right. Yeah.
I'm clicking on it and it's not showing up. Do I have to click on it like I'm casting it?
I think you just click on the name of the spell, and if not, then that's fine. I can just grab it.
That's what I'm doing.
Chat. Yeah. Let me just. I'll read it after you. It's fine. Dominate Beast. So the way Dominate Beast works is you attempt to beguile a beast that you can see within range. The beast, of course, being one of the classifications of monster. While the beast is charmed, because it has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw or be charmed for the duration. So in this case, you look down, you're like, nope, not a beast. Definitely not a beast.
Okay. Then we'll go to Plan B.
Okay.
And I'm just going to cast Fireball on him.
Okay.
Burn it.
Burn it!
Kill it with
Why not?
fire.
Kill it with fire. I'm going to cast it as a level. Alright, there we go.
Okay. Dexterity save. All right. Let's have this roll use dexterity save. He got a 21 on his dexterity save.
Well,
God.
shit.
Damn.
So yeah,
Oh,
he saw
and I
that
forgot to
fireball
say-
coming.
Forgot to call that a quickened spell, so I can't retcon that. Alright, fine.
That's correct, unfortunately.
I lose
But
my-
this fireball goes, and you just see this creature like, and like just jump out of the way, and then just underneath it, it goes, and the whole bar just sort of like shakes for a second, and this bloom of orange light comes up from the below, and for a second you see the entire well illuminated in this orange light, and you see how far down it goes. And it goes down so far, it goes down at least 200 feet into the darkness. However, the fireball has a very big range. What is the diameter radius of your fireball?
The diameter radius of my fireball is a 20-foot radius sphere.
Cool. So I'm going to take your fireball, like so, and I'm going to pull it out to a 20-foot radius, like that. Which takes just whoosh, and it encompasses both of these creatures. So let me roll a dexterity save for the other creature. And he got a 14. What is your DC? Your DC is 16. So one saved and one did not. So one took all 27 fire, and the other took half.
Excellent.
All right, so half of
I accept.
27 is 13. And the other one takes 27. Boop, boop, boop. 27 damage. Oops. I made a mistake here. Let me go to the back. There we go.
And why? This is just a quick roll 20 question, but why is it saying all spell slots expended? Because I have more than one level 3 spell.
That is strange. I don't know why that is.
Yeah, I think it's also said the
So,
same thing for me.
If
as
you look
well.
at your spell list,
Mm-hmm.
the number on the left is your total number of spell slots. Number on
Yeah.
the right is how many you currently have.
Oh, so
You
I
just-
have to put that up manually and then count
That's
them
correct.
down.
Yeah.
Ah, good, cool. Didn't know that. Thank you. I'll
Yep.
do that right now.
And whenever
There.
you cast a spell, I think it automatically increments down, so you have to make sure if you're like showing a spell, you put it back up or whatever.
Sweet, got it. Thank you.
Okay, so that fireball blossoms out, and one of the creatures is like on fire for a second, and then he just like whaps his tentacle and it goes out. The other one is like illuminated in flame, just like a little further down, and he's on fire. And then he's just like rolls around on the side of the well and puts himself out, and he's just like smoking. Anything else?
I think I used all of my.
Okay, Qrevialur, you're up.
So,
The end.
is this one? So then this one is that illuminated? Am I able to see that?
By illuminated, he's 40 feet down from the top. So you can't, unless you have some kind of dark vision.
No, I don't. But I thought maybe the fire coming up would be able to let me see him.
Nope. It just
Okay.
like for about maybe a 1 or 2 seconds, but not enough to keep it, illuminated for a long time.
Okay. Well then I'm going to ready a spell. As soon as I see one of these tentacle beasts, I'm gonna cast a first level spell on him.
Okay. What would that be?
Dissonant Whispers.
Love it. When he comes up, I'll have you remind me when he comes in range. Do you want to move or do you want to stay where you are?
Well, he doesn't know where they're coming from. He just knows they're coming from the hole. So he just wants to stay close to where he can whack them.
Okay. Ferros, you're up.
Move out of the way. What are
You were
doing?
restrained, so you're still with the guards.
Oh, I thought they would let me go.
No, they didn't let you go. They weren't told to do so.
Yes, they were. They were told to ready themselves to fight.
You told those two to do so. Did you tell them to release Ferros?
Jesus, no.
There
I
you go.
tell them that now.
You certainly can, and on their turn, they'll release him.
You two release Ferros.
They look at you and go, oh, man, we just got him and shit. All right, sir, yeah.
I'm
No
not gonna
problem.
run away.
And
I'm
ready
not gonna-
yourselves for attack with the rest of them.
I'm not gonna run away.
Right,
Can
yeah.
I at least move over a little bit just in case someone gets hurt so I can take it?
Fine, let's go. And, like, all three of you just, like, tippity, all the way over.
I'm just gonna move right here. That's all I was moving.
Okay, cool. But you're still restrained at this point.
Right. I'll cast
Cool.
Bless then.
Okay. On who?
1 second. Bless on myself, Talron, Elbauthin. I think it's in range, right? 30 feet? Nope, it's out of range. Then I'll give it to Durnan and this guard.
Excellent. 1, 2, 3, 4 of you are blessed. Anything else, Ferros?
Last thing. I give Zeke a bad eye. Anyways, listen.
Okay. Durnan feels like invigorated. He's like, oh yeah, it's party time. Let's go. And then he realizes that the creature hasn't come up yet. And he's like, all right, come on, let's go. I'm ready to fucking do this shit. And he waits. Actually, you know what? No, I have an idea. He can't see down 80 feet because he doesn't have anything like. But he knows where this thing. He knows where the bottom one is. So he rushes past the guards 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and stands next to you, Zeke. And he's got that giant sword, and he just looks at you and sort of like gives you a nod, like, "You ready? Let's do this." Like you can see
I
for a
give him
second.
thumbs up.
Like, this is a very strange side of Durnan. You've never seen Durnan like this before. He's just like the sort of taciturn barkeep who like gives you your cheese fries and your beer, but you've never seen him like this. This is definitely not the Durnan that you know. Like
I
this
give
is
him
like
I give him a little thumbs up and I say, "Nice sword, man."
yeah, it is quite a nice sword. In fact, it looks like there's not a spot of rust on it.
Mm.
It's very beautiful, shiny, almost has like a little patina on it. But yeah, this is Durnan the Barbarian for all intents and purposes. You know, like he's gone hog wild. Which leads me to Talron. It is now your turn.
Well, seeing as this creature doesn't look like it's slowing down anytime soon.
No.
I'm gonna use you know what? Hexblade's curse on it.
Okay.
If I can. Come on. Yeah. Hexblade's curse on that damn thing, and as a bonus action. And then, you know what?
Pew, pew.
Yeah.
Finger
Can I
guns.
just go like all like pointer fingers at that thing before blasting it?
Like that? Is that what you want to do? You want to go like this? Or do you want to go? Okay, unfortunately, the purplish blasts of energy go and go straight down and do not hit.
Oh, come on. I thought my aim was better.
Durn is like, come on, man, I thought your aim was better.
I thought my aim was better.
I say,
Talron,
hell,
back
even my aim was better than that.
Back away from the pit, Talron.
Why? Mm. That's.
Do you want to use your bless too? You forgot about the bless.
Oh wait, what?
You have been blessed. You can roll a d4 and add the number to the attack roll.
Ah.
Which you did not do.
Look, can I do it real quick?
Yes, you can. You're welcome for me reminding you.
So
13 will still miss, and then you can roll it again for the second attack. The second attack with the additional 2 will hit with an 18. So you get the 5 force damage on it. And then the hexblade damage, or the hex damage, I should say, which is an additional how much?
6 necroc.
Okay, cool.
Hexblade's curse too.
Yeah, with the gain the ability, you gain bonus damage rolls equal against the
Your proficiency
bonus
bonus.
Yeah, the bonus equals your proficiency bonus. So
Which is?
4 damage.
There you go. That's what I want to hear.
More damage.
More damage.
So that's about 9 force damage and 6 necroc.
That's correct. Math is fundamental. Anything else, Talron?
No.
Okay.
That's all I can do.
Okay, these creatures are starting to smolder under your withering attacks, people. But they are still slowly and steadily, or I shouldn't say slowly, I should say steadily, coming up the side of the well. Elbauthin, it's your turn.
All right, so let me use something I haven't used in a very long time that I didn't think I was going to have to use.
Insightful fighting. I love it.
On this guy right here.
Okay, so go ahead and make your insight check, and it'll make a deception check.
Can I see it?
You can see it, because you have dark vision. So yes.
Damn.
Hot damn. It definitely is better than its deception check. That's for fucking sure.
Mm-hmm.
So you've done your bonus action on it. And you pling it with a short bow, doing a fuck ton of damage. You shoot it right in the beak, doing 25 damage. And then you just hear it going, and then you hear, and it just falls and disappears.
Huh.
Okay? Anything else, Elbauthin?
I still have my movement, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just hold this position.
Okay. Cool. All right. It is now the creature's turn. This creature, which is closer to the top, uses his movement to scramble over the edge.
And now he's within view?
Yes, he is. So you could do your thing. Dissonant whispers, correct?
Yes, Dissonant Whispers. He's gonna hear a lot of creepy shit in his head.
Okay. And that is a wisdom saving throw, am I correct?
That is a nothing right now in chat.
That is a, what the fuck did you do to your macro?
Not only are his
There we go.
There
There
we
we
go.
go. Hey, he got it, he got it, he got it. Wisdom saving throw. Let's see how
It was such a
wise this
spell
thing
card
is.
instead of attack.
I'm with you. It's fine.
Not only
Wisdom.
are his words silent, his spells are silent too.
Okay, cool. All right, very good. What did he get? He got a 17 on his wisdom save.
Well, it's definitely a successful save.
Half damage though, right?
So he would. Yep, he'll take. Do we round up or round down?
Round down. Always round down.
Then 7.
7, yeah.
Be
Ute.
7 psychic damage.
Okay. You hear as it like screeches in some kind of awful mental anguish, but then it sort of crawls up over the edge. These like slimy tentacles, like pulling its bulk over, and then sort of like laying there, and you just see how massive this thing is. It's like 10 feet wide, and has this like bulbous snake-like tail behind it. And it will then go ahead and make some attacks. Here we go. So it makes 2 attacks, one with its crazy sort of snake tail, and then the other with its sort of 4 strange tentacles. And it's going to make them all on Talron. So the tail whips around on you, Talron. And that is a crit. Doing 14 bludgeoning damage with its tail.
I don't know about that.
With an attack roll a d6. Okay, so roll a d6. Oh, I have to roll a d6? You roll a d6.
Talron rolls it. Talron rolls
Yeah, exactly. Well, there you go. So, yeah, your armor, like, you feel this, like, tail come around. You put up your armor of hexes almost in time, but then the tail just whips you in the face.
Ow!
That's pretty awesome. That's like thorns or something.
Similar, yeah.
You said 14?
That is 14 bludgeoning damage, yeah. Immediately after an attacker, you raise your holy symbol, and you can use your reaction to force the attacker to make a wisdom saving throw. Failed save, the attacker takes radiant damage equal to the damage it just dealt. That's cruel. All right, here we go.
DC 15.
DC 15, you got a 22.
Okay, it's half damage. So it takes half damage.
Okay, cool. So that's 7 damage on it. Your like radiant holy symbol from your necklace like is raised towards this creature, and just after the tail connects, like this like beam of pure silver energy just goes into it, and you feel it just going 7 damage.
I'm looking at it, trying to get it to attack me. I just did that to it.
Didn't do as much damage as Talron has done so far, so I think he's still going to continue on with his attacks towards Talron. So he's going to hit him with the tentacles. And let's see. That's a 15, Talron? Okay. So the tentacles whip over your head, and you just feel them like slicing through the air.
Jesus!
And now it's Zeke's turn.
Okay, I am. Alright, I am going to cast Scorching Ray
Okay.
on him, and I am going to use Tides of Chaos to give myself advantage on roll.
Very cool, very cool. We like Tides of Chaos.
So, Tides of Chaos. Do I need to put that up so people can see it?
You can certainly put it up if you'd like. You can click on it in your character sheet so you can see what Tides of Chaos does.
Tides of Chaos.
Click.
Tides of Chaos. Also known as what I forget every week.
It's also, it's literally clicking. Like
I'm
I'm
with you.
clicking and it's not showing up. I don't know
It's
what's
kind of
going
like
on. Oh wait.
For those who don't know, it gives you advantage.
There we go.
I
We got
don't
it.
click on the name. I have to click on the little chat bubble next to it.
There
All
you
right.
go.
So I'm giving myself advantage on this Scorching Ray spell as soon as I can get back into my spells.
You're using wild magic too, aren't you?
Yes,
Isn't
I
every single time you're using, every time you cast a spell, I keep forgetting to have you roll
you can make me roll
Yeah.
a d20.
Yeah.
All right.
I'm definitely
And I
having you
have
do it
to
this time.
By the way.
Now I'm supposed to do so. Then I roll an attack roll for each one of them. So do I just because Scorching Ray is 3 separate rays. And so I'm supposed to roll. It says roll an attack roll, range spell attack, 3 rays, attack roll for each. So I just roll it like I cast it 3 times?
Essentially, yes, that's correct.
Okay, so there's 1 ray, 2 rays, 3 rays.
Okay.
Damn.
Okay.
So 2 out of those 3 connect.
Alright.
Laser beams.
And it's 2d6 fire damage. So I just
You
rolled the
can
d6
click
separately.
You can click on the name of the spell in the chat box.
Oh,
It-
okay.
It'll
Yeah,
turn
sure.
red. Yeah, exactly. And it'll deal the damage.
Boom.
7
And-
fire, and then one more?
Do it again.
Boom.
5. So
fire.
12 fire damage overall.
12
Okay.
fire damage overall.
Excellent. And now, since the forces of chaos have come into your favor, roll a d20. Okay.
Okay.
You seem to be in control of your magical abilities at this point in time.
For now.
For now. This creature definitely did not like being firebombed and then being blasted with your scorching rays, and it just sort of swivels its bulk towards you, Zeke. And you just see like gobs of mucus inside its awful jaws. Inside of it, you see like this awful sort of like serrated tongue.
I can still move on this turn, right? I haven't used my movement yet.
You have not yet used your movement, but if you do move, you will take an opportunity attack if you move if you move away from the creature.
Okay.
Then you will take an opportunity attack.
I'm gonna stay where I am.
Okay. Cool beans. Qrevialur, you're up.
It's actually a hard one. Wait, so it's on land right now, right? Like it's on the.
So it has come up over the edge of the actual portal and is like resting on the railing for all intents and purposes.
All right, cool. Let me see if this is correct before I use this, if you don't mind.
Mm-hmm.
This is interesting. Let's see. All right.
What'd you do? What you got?
Let's see. Is it possible that I can make a 120-foot line without hitting any? Nope, that's gonna hit a wall or something. Let's not do that. All right. Let's just be basic. Sometimes basic.
Keep it simple.
Yep. And I'm just gonna say, wow, you're one ugly motherfucker.
I'm sorry. You have to do it with the Austrian accent in order for that to be acceptable.
Was he a psionicist?
You have to do it with an Austrian accent. I'm
I
sorry.
don't think he knew it was a reference, Matt.
Oh,
I
no.
didn't.
You didn't?
I was just
wait.
saying it's one ugly motherfucker.
Wait, that's a reference?
Wow. I am old, or you guys are ridiculously young.
I'm ridiculously young.
I mean,
It's the second one.
I'm definitely ridiculously
You
low.
an ugly motherfucker.
Okay, so your homework before the end of next week, Kraw and
I've seen it. I've seen it.
okay, phew, thank God. Okay, I'm not like crazy then. Okay, so then Drakon and Septur, your homework before the end of next week is you must watch all of the Predator movies, even even the bad ones. Okay?
No, don't watch the bad one.
No. Please,
No.
it'll make you appreciate how much better the good ones are.
If I get inspiration.
Does it count that I've only seen Predator 1 and 2?
If you have seen Predator 1 and 2, you would get the reference.
I haven't seen the movie in ages.
You would get the reference if you saw Predator.
I don't
1 and
remember the
2.
reference.
It's like the iconic line from the movie. Don't make me post it in chat. You're killing me here.
Do it.
You one ugly motherfucker. Okay, we'll do it during the break. I'm sure that the
You
people,
One ugly motherfucker.
and it's pretty relevant because they are really ugly. But yeah, okay. So what do we got here? Wisdom save, yeah? Okay, cool.
Yep.
Let's keep things going here. Wisdom save. A wisdom, a saving throw. Boop. He got a 4.
Huh.
Well, then he now has disadvantage on his next attack.
Okay, cool.
As well as taking the full amount of damage.
8 psychic damage.
Wow, you really hurt his emotions.
He is not looking good, by the way. He's got like some of his tentacles are all messed up. His beak is all shattered to shit.
And then for the last part of my turn, I'm just gonna move a bit closer.
Okay.
Because this dude is not within my range. And he needs to be.
Okay.
That'll be the end of my turn.
I keep forgetting to do stuff, but that's okay. Yeah. Okay. Moving on to Ferros.
Seeing as I'm not restrained anymore, am I?
Did the guys take their turn to remove their restraint from you? I don't know if they did.
Elbauthin's on the same initiative as them, according to you.
That's correct, but
They haven't taken the turn yet.
yeah.
Well, there would be during Elbauthin's turn. He's forgot to take their turn.
Did they forget to take their turn? I will say yes, they did. So you know what? You're no longer restrained.
Okay.
I will take that restrainment off of use. You are no longer restrained.
Cool. Then I will see this thing. Seeing it looks weak. I'm gonna cast sleep actually,
Okay.
and cast it so 20 feet away. Just so okay, a little further than this, right there.
Okay.
Perfect. It's the only
Seven-
thing inside the away from the point.
Okay, you see it's sort of enlarged nodule, which you assume is its head, start to go like. So it was about to fall asleep, but just a little bit above. Unfortunately, 17 hit points.
Okay. Well, I have nothing else to do, so actually, that's my turn.
Okay, cool. Durnan rushes over to this creature, pulls out his greatsword, and he's like, "No one fucks up my bar but me!" And then just takes 4 gigantic swings at this
Holy
creature.
Oh, he's going down.
He makes 4 attacks with this awesome sword. I've wanted to use this for so long. 1, 2, 3, 4.
That is one dead land kraken.
Let's see. Okay, here we go. The first one misses. The second one hits. The third one
He has bless.
miss. Oh, he does a bless. Okay. Well, I don't think. Okay, so let's just roll a d4. 1d4. Let's do it 4 times. So the first one will hit with that bless. Thank you. The second one will hit without the bless. The third one will fucking miss because it's a crit fail.
Oh.
And then the fourth one will hit. Okay. This is so cool. Here we go. Oh, this makes my day. Okay, so the first one will hit, and you just hear, and then the creature's like, he takes it out, shwink, he chops off a tentacle, he spins around, almost like in like a balletic fashion. You wouldn't expect a guy like this, like, you know, a sort of average Joe like Durnan to be so athletically inclined. It's almost like he knows what he's doing, like more so than anyone you've seen in your travels, any of you. And then he just comes down, flips it around, does the aria drop, and then just fucking stabs the thing right in the middle of its carapace, and you just hear it go, and then he kicks it, and it sails down into the dark.
What?
And that's the end of our battle.
I drop bless.
All right.
I just kind of look at Durnan and give him like a nod and a little thumbs up action.
Durnan's like, what? This is not a normal Tuesday.
All right.
What?
You two arrest this guy.
What the?
You
Why
two
you arrest?
put
Why
this
you
man back
arresting
in
him?
cuffs.
Whoa,
Okay,
whoa, hang on.
Asking
He
not.
just Ferros just saved our asses.
No,
I don't.
it's fine.
Back in cuffs. Back in cuffs.
Don't worry about it.
The 2 guards look over at Qrevialur, and they look up at him, and they're like, sir, I know who this is. Are we sure we should be arresting him? He's kind of like really well known for kicking a lot of people's asses, and I think it could very well be. I mean, I'll do as you ask, sir. Sir, would you please put out your hands?
1 second. And he's gonna take a fist since like the veins are popping out of it, and he punches the floor as hard as he can. Damn it! He stands back up and like tries to like breathe it out, but you see it's not working. He's trying to breathe it out, but he's just.
Perhaps you should. Might just
I
want
mean-
to let him walk.
I mean, this is a very nice bar. I don't think it needs any more damage.
That's a lot of damage.
Talron, it's about the laws of the land. Talron, it's very simple. He can
you
either
call
be
me
arrested.
simple.
No, I'm not calling you simple. I'm saying it's simple. The situation is simple. Laws were broken. People need
And-
to be arrested and go before a magister.
But
It's
a
the
couple
way
of
it works.
monsters just came crawling out of that thing.
That's great. That's great. But that doesn't stop the law from functioning. I'm
Wow,
glad
you are.
I'll put in points for it.
Talon.
As you
Talon.
guys are arguing in the corner, Matrim Merrig starts to sort of play his.
Can I do something really quick?
Yeah, sure.
I'm pretty sure I'm familiar with what this creature looked like, correct?
What do you mean by familiar?
I saw what the creature looked like, the masked thing.
Mm-hmm.
The bug man.
Yeah. I'm going to try to cast Locate Creature.
Okay.
And he's familiar to you. Saw him.
It has to be within 1,000 feet, though. That's what I'm wondering.
Okay. He is not within 1,000 feet of you.
Oh.
I'm going to have to take a little bit of a break here because I've got a new visitor who has just entered the game. So while you guys discuss, I'll be right back. Okay, I'll be right back, guys.
So
Well,
yeah,
that-
trust me, Talron. I really don't want to arrest anybody, especially after this situation. But unfortunately, about 2 laws so far have been broken. It's a possibility. I'm hoping that someone breaks this one, which is assaulting an official. That one would be
Man.
great.
So you went
No,
from
Talron, it's fine. It's fine. The murderer is a bureaucrat, and sometimes you have to follow what murderer bureaucrats say. It's all right.
I kind of look around. I'm like, man, you guys have got some kind of messed up friendship.
Quiet.
What's wrong with her?
Can you get out
And
of
with
here?
that, I'll have the guards. I'll hand you a code of code of the law. So you guys,
I kind of look at it and I'm like, I've already got a copy at home. Thanks.
Yeah,
I'm
thank-
sure it's
That's
interesting.
good. Everybody
Just
else
that
has
coming along with this.
Well, I mean, at least seriously, miss,
Zeke,
w-
nice to
Zeke.
meet you.
nice to meet you. Name's Talron.
Nice to meet you, Talron.
Ugh. First time in Waterdeep and already, is this normal?
Not really, no. I mean, sure, town's a little bit rough, but not normally giant land krakens climbing out of the portal. I mean, I've been here dozens of times and I've never seen that happen before.
All right, I want to be arrested now. I'm out. See you later.
What? Wait,
Come on,
what?
arrest me.
What?
Your
All
boyfriend
right,
is
with that-
super cranky.
when the DM gets back,
Yeah, well, I know.
I
the
will
DM's
tell these guys.
Well, I don't know if I can make the assumption they do or not.
There we go.
There he
Oh.
is.
He doesn't have his headphones. There you go.
Yeah. Ferros
Alright.
has been rather cranky the moment that we came into this bar.
All right, I'm ready to be arrested. About to get me out of here.
Okay, DM, take him to jail. These 2 guards.
DM,
Who's
take him to
the
jail. Well, there's actually 2 guards. One is named D, and the other one is named M. So there you go.
So, hey, corporals, take this guy to jail.
Corporal D
What
and
do
Corporal
you?
M grab
I
Qrevialur.
was like,
Don't worry about it.
I look at Tower and I'm like, honey, he tried to cast a spell on you.
Yeah, I'm aware of that.
I know, and like the city watchman's just doing his job.
And the other
You
2
asked what he did. I
grab
was just explaining. That's all.
Ferros. So 2 on Ferros and 2 on Qrevialur, and they escort them both out of the Yawning Portal Tavern.
If you're gonna grab me, at least do it right. I mean, maybe you guys need a little stronger. I don't know.
They remove your longsword and shield as well, Ferros.
That's fair.
And Qrevialur, they take your javelin
No.
and they take your longsword as well.
How are they going to take it? Like, are my hands in manacles? Or Qrevialur's hands in manacles?
But when they take your arms, they put them behind your back and they remove your weapons.
Alright, well, he's going to say, keep that near me.
They look over at Elbauthin.
Just escort him to the prison. They'll go before the magister tomorrow.
Okay, sir. We'll take him to the local pokey.
How long am I gonna be alone here?
Shove along.
Okay.
Well, you can go watch the magister issue his edicts tomorrow, Talron, if you wish.
I don't even know where that is.
I can
Qrevialur's
inform
just
you.
Qrevialur's going to stop in his tracks, turn around, look straight at Elbauthin. Is that how you say it? Elbauthin?
Elbauthin.
Elbauthin, alright. And just say, tomorrow?
His proper name is Murderer, by the way.
Oh,
I wander away from this mess and start examining the smoking hole in the wall of the bar. About how big is the hole in the wall?
It's about
Is it
yay big.
Oh,
Okay.
from the
excellent? I'm
from the
gonna go
out.
over and cast mending on the hole in the wall while they argue amongst themselves.
Okay.
Oh,
Okay.
right. Oh,
so Qrevialur is not going to move. They're just gonna pull, I guess.
Meaning he will not physically move from the bar.
He doesn't want to move from the spot.
Okay. So they're gonna make a opposed strength check on you.
Oh,
So the
no.
two of them will they'll have advantage on it, right? So there'll be 2 strength checks against your 1.
Just
Cool.
a straight strength check.
Yes. Athletics will work too.
All right. Ooh,
Oof.
it's a
Mm.
bad roll.
It happens.
Looks like I'm getting dragged.
Well, let's take a look here. Where is it? Guard. Here we go. Guard. 2 strength checks. Boom, boom. The first one is 15, and the second one is 16.
Yeah.
Yeah. So they
Well,
overcome you with a
as soon
12.
as they tug him from his spot, he'll just walk.
All
Because
right.
he can realize that's not worth trying.
Yeah, as strong as you are, without your maybe because your rage is subsiding just a bit, and maybe because
It
The dis-
subsided a while ago.
the despair has set in a little bit, I think, as well, about the situation that you're in, and I think that that's enervating you to some degree.
There would definitely be
As-
a surprising scene where you could see tears roll down. Not just one, not just two, but many tears.
Hmm.
And
Did you get-
as they leave, I tell them 2 charges, folks. Do you know what those 2 charges are, corporals?
No, sir, we don't make the charges. We simply just follow your orders. What will those charges be, sir, when we turn them into the Magister?
Using magic to influence the citizen without consent. That's 1 charge, and 1 charge of disturbing the peace.
Oh, was it without consent? How do you even know?
I know.
Ask him. Go ahead and ask him real quick. I have a feeling. I don't know if he'll agree with that assessment, murderer.
Ferros, you say this as you like walk out the bar, and they're just like shoving you out, and it's like the last word you get in, and it's like, I don't know if they agree with that assessment, and then like you just shoved out the bar.
I wish there was one for disrespect.
It's not disrespect if it's true. Hey.
I'm just standing. I'm still just.
Yeah,
standing
dude, you're as
there
much as a murderer as I am.
watching my
Oh,
boyfriend.
really?
get-
Name one.
You guys are no longer in the same space, so I will save you the time and effort that it will take for you to continue on this debate without killing each other verbally.
I'm
I'm
just
just-
wandering around the bar mending anything that got busted during the fight.
Yeah,
I'm
Durnan
just-
sees you mending, Zeke, and is just like, well, I haven't had to do that in a long time. Ugh.
And
Uh,
I kind of look over. I'm like, yeah, man. It seems like maybe you have at some point, though. That was some nice sword work.
Oh,
yeah.
I appreciate that.
Oh,
I'd like to walk over to
Uh,
Durnan and question him a little bit regarding what happened, if that's okay.
Talron, you were going to say something?
yeah. Hey, excuse me. Do I need to pay for any damages? I'm really kind of short on money.
I mean, that's not for
I
me to
look up-
decide. That's kind of like for the city watch and the magister to decide. My front wall is all fucked up. Like, look at that. And he points to the north wall by the back door, and there's just like holes from where the magical frost has bitten through the wood.
I start mending any of them that are less than a foot in any dimension.
That's quite a lot of them.
Well, then I just set to work. I need something to do right now.
Mm.
My day's gone down the tubes.
Okay, fair enough.
Talron, how much money do you have?
The only money you gave me, which was 4 gold, and then I only spent 2 of them, so now I only have 2.
I give him 50 gold.
50.
50 gold.
Zeke, you watch this exchange take place between Talron, who you weren't quite sure as to where this guy's alliances or allegiances lie, and essentially a city watch captain. So you didn't really sort of connect the dots between these two, or whether they even knew each other until right now.
I kind of look back and forth. I'm like, man, this day just keeps getting weirder and weirder.
Durnan's like,
So you two,
tell me about it.
so you two, you three, you two and the crabby guy all know each other.
Oh yeah.
And you're friends, but he just arrested your boyfriend who calls him
A
murderer.
murderer. It's a long
Man,
sto-
and I thought my life was weird.
Oh, trust me. A month ago, it was much crazier.
Huh.
So Talron now has 50
Interesting.
gold.
I'm sorry, what?
Talron, you now have 50 gold. I have 50 less.
And does
Well,
anybody know the big dragonborn guy, the ragey
Nope.
one?
Never seen him in our lives.
No, I've never seen him. With that, can
Interesting.
I question Durden?
You can go over to him and talk to him, if that's your intent.
Yeah, I just wanted to get some idea of what it was that happened earlier. I was able to see what Ferros did, but I wasn't able to see what this large dude did. All I know is that he created some trouble.
Yeah, I mean, Durnan sort of says exactly what he knows, which is he came out of the kitchen after he got an order for bacon and ham and some other breakfast food because he didn't have cheese fries, unfortunately, yet.
So,
And next thing you know, he walks into a space and he can't talk or hear or anything. And he looks over in Matchroom and, yeah, that's what he knows. Next thing you know, all shit turns sour.
Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and investigate the area where he says he couldn't talk or see.
Okay. You see that there's an open door to the back. There's an open door to the back alleyway.
So can I do an investigation check to see what I find there
Absolutely. Look around.
at advantage?
Yeah, absolutely. So you look around, and with a 29, number one, you see all the sort of magical effects that have happened on the back wall, and you see that it's almost punched all the way through to the cornerstone on the outside wall. Like whatever magic was used here was extremely powerful. You look on the ground, and you see that there is a closed chest, which is on the ground.
can I see that from where I'm standing? Can I see what he's looking at?
I would say so, yes, yeah.
And be like,
I
oh
checked
shit.
the.
Do I notice that the chest is no longer in the same place?
You do.
I sort of call out to Elbauthin and I'm like, I don't know if I'd touch that if I were you.
I'm going to investigate the chest.
Okay, it's still closed. What are you
damage.
going to do with it?
Just pick it up.
Okay, you pick it up. It's relatively light.
And then I walk toward Zeke.
Okay, with the chest in your hands. Very good.
Yep.
Zeke, you recognize this chest is the same one from yesterday.
Yeah. So I take a look at it and I say, so yesterday that thing was like tucked around a corner by some bins, like by the garbage, and now it's in the middle of the alley where all the trouble started. So I'm just gonna go out on a limb and say that maybe that has something to do with whatever this clusterfuck is.
Can you invest? Can you Can she identify it? Can you identify it, Zeke?
I mean, I just know that I saw it out here the other night and I thought it was weird. Someone had left such a nice chest by the trash. And the fact that it is moved and is in the middle of all this chaos tells me I'm really glad I left it alone. I mean,
Cool deal.
I'm really glad that I just didn't touch it. But yeah,
But nobody has the capability of identifying it.
But by identify, you mean a magical identification in the same way that Clemens used to identify things. Am I correct?
Yes, in the same way. That's what I'm saying. I mean, I don't know anything about identification.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, if
you
you're
said there's a rune on it. Can I do an Arcana check?
yeah. I mean, I would say you could probably do an Arcana check to determine if that rune is magical in nature.
Alrighty.
The rune would be on the inside.
Oh, I'm sorry. He said it was. I thought he described it as being on the outside.
Okay, fair enough then.
Oh, never
The
mind.
rune on the outside is decoration.
Oh, okay.
It just looks cool.
Just a cool looking.
So if nobody can
So
identify
that's what I
it,
figure out when I look at it.
I mean, the evidence is rather circumstantial. But with that said, your name is Zeke, right?
That is correct.
Zeke, you wouldn't mind coming down to the Magister's courtroom tomorrow and being a witness, would you, regarding this bot?
Mm.
I don't agree with the.
Okay.
I'm not really sure if I agree with the law here.
I mean, honey, if there's one thing I've learned, doesn't matter whether or not you agree with it, it just kind of is. I'll come down to the Magister's office, but I would like it to be known that all I did here today was help knock a couple monsters back down into a pit.
It'll be noted. With that said, thank you, Zeke, and I bow. And I look over at Talron and I go, you figure something out. I gave you 50 gold, and
So I'm not allowed to.
probably should hang out with this Zeke lady. She seems to be really smart. And with that said, I head out.
Okay.
Go back, turn in the evidence, and do what I need to do to make sure that tomorrow takes place.
I just point up with my looking like I was about to respond to him. Turn over to Zeke. Did he just assume I'm an idiot?
Yeah, kinda.
That son of a.
Dude,
I
you're the
told
one-
you, man, your friends are weird.
You're the one that's never been in a city, dude.
I'm from the swamp.
I didn't
Oh,
assume you were
that's cool.
ignorant.
I'm a lizard.
I didn't assume you were an idiot. I assumed you
Oh,
were
wow.
ignorant.
This is a weird in-game conversation.
That's cool. That's cool. It's like instead of Jenny from the block, he's Talron from the swamp. That's fine. We're cool.
I look over at Dern and I'm like, is it time for cheese fries yet?
You know what, Zeke? For you, I will open up the fryer an hour
What?
early.
Thank you. And I look at Talron and I say, come on, small boy. Let's have some cheese fries.
I'm not that small.
And
I was
now
like,
we're-
you're definitely taller than me. It was just a small.
Well, I don't know. I mean, I'm pretty small for a lizard. Like,
I think I'm 5'4".
We're gonna cut to a scene outside in Waterdeep, away from the yawning portal, where two sets of guards stand with Ferros and with Qrevialur, each of them on either side of those two individuals, and are walking through the streets northward towards the castle ward, where the essentially the not the prison per se, but the temporary living quarters, shall we say, for those who are detained,
That's what a
but
jail
not
is.
yet sentenced. Not yet sentenced.
That's what a jail is.
Okay, it's a jail. You guys are being sent off to jail.
Prison
Congratulations.
and jail are different.
I'm trying to be nice. I'm trying to have a nice way of putting it. But fine, you're being carted off to fucking jail. Congratulations. And as you approach this sort of tall, flat edifice, you see that there are a great deal of city watch congregated around the front. A couple of them are having some strange sort of pastry. It's round. It has a hole in the middle of it. They're coated in some kind of sugary substance. A couple of them have a very hot brown drink in one hand and are just sort of like watching you as you walk in. And you're met at the front desk as these four guards bring you in for processing. The guy at the front desk is sort of a portly gentleman with a goatee, and you see that he has a small pin on his right breast here, and the pin indicates his name, which is Gumley, Gumley. Gumley. He seems to have some indicative rank, but beyond that, you don't know anything else. The four guards bring you up to the large desk. Ferros, you and Qrevialur are tall, so you stand a little bit higher than most. You see that there are other prisoners who are waiting for their turn to be processed over on the side. You see a couple of humans, sort of rag-about humans. You see a couple of you see a couple of strange individuals who you think are human, but are not quite sure because they're wearing sort of gray cloaks around their head. but they seem to hold themselves, or at least in the regard of humans, they are approximately the same size. But you guys go right up to the front, and Gumley looks down at you and says,
Okay. So, who do we got here?
and the two guards bring you up first, Ferros. And they sort of nudge you with their elbow and one of them says, state your name.
Ferros Dechanka.
Ferros.
He takes out a big plume.
Says, all right, Ferros. Could you spell that for me?
Right, yeah, of course. D E C.
And I meant the first name, please, sir.
Oh, sorry. Let me restart.
Yeah.
F
F.
E. Do you use infernal letters or common letters? Which do you prefer?
We speak the common tongue here, sir. Could you please refer to your name? That's all I need, just to make my day pass a little smoother, please.
I'm just trying to make it more accurate for your.
Yeah, just go ahead and tell me your name, please, sir.
Ferros Dechanka.
Yes, and could you? Yeah, F E
R
R
O.
F E R.
Two R's. Sorry.
You don't even know how to spell your own name, sir.
I messed up. I apologize.
Okay, that's fine. F E. Let's go back to the beginning here. F.
All right. F
F
E
E
R
R
R
R. Oh, we got two R's this time. Okay, that's cool. O
S.
S. That's the first name.
That's correct.
Great. Last name, please, sir.
All right. What's that common? How do you? Sorry, I know the infernal version. I don't know the common way of spelling.
This is really taking a lot of time, sir. I really would like to get through all of my paperwork before I die. Could you just tell me your last name, sir?
It's Dechanka.
Spell it for me, sir.
It's usually spelled in infernal letters. So, Fee.
What?
Fee.
Fee? There is no such letter as fee, sir.
It's an infernal letter.
I thought we were on the level here, sir. All I gotta do is take your last name down in normal human letters, common letters.
I don't know how to spell it in common.
Christ almighty. Why am I even saying that?
All right, so I'll just spell it the way I think it's spelled. Here we go. D E C
maybe A-N-C-A or K-A. I'm not sure which.
Dechanka. Ferros Dechanka. Okay.
Okay, that works. Whatever.
That's all right. We'll take you into processing. Where's your current address, sir?
I don't have one.
You're not a citizen in Waterdeep, sir?
That's correct.
Guard sidles over. He goes, we caught him at the yawning portal.
Well, what did you bring him in here for?
I'm sorry, Sergeant. Commander Petlen told us to bring us here. He said that they had two charges. One which was disturbing the peace, and then the other one was casting a spell on a Waterdavian citizen without their approval.
Well, where's that other Waterdavian citizen? I would think that he would be a witness to such a thing. Did you take him in for questioning?
No, sir. We were not told to bring him in for questioning. We were just told to bring him in here for detainment.
Well, what about this other guy? Is he the guy that this guy cast a spell on?
No, sir. He was here for a different purpose entirely. But he was also in the yawning pool. There was a little bit of a scuffle. Oh boy, this is gonna be a day. Here we go.
You don't have a street address here in Waterdeep, sir?
That's correct.
All right. I'll just put this as blank. That's working for me. Do you have any next of kin that are contactable by message or other kind of means?
Nope.
Great. Go vagabond. Wonderful. Masters love vagabonds. All right. Guards, just take him over there, because I have a feeling we're going to need to talk to him a little bit more later.
All right. And then they sort of just bring you to the other side of the constabulary. And then,
all right, next.
And they bring you up, Qrevialur, to the front desk.
All right. Name?
Qrevialur.
Why you guys always have to have the weirdest fucking names, man? I swear to God. Can't
I
you just have a
didn't
name
choose
like
my
Jim
name.
or Bob or Steven or something like that? Okay?
What's your name?
My name is Burn Gumley. Why?
Spell that.
I beg your pardon?
Do you see how complicated this is?
I'm sorry, sir. Are you speaking with a certain amount of tone that seems to imply disrespect towards the City Watch here in Waterdeep? Because I do not incline to that kind of tone.
We don't have to do this. You can just let me out then.
I'm sorry, sir. You're here under the arrest of Commander Elbauthin Petlen. I cannot let you go. You have to be processed appropriately.
Captain.
Captain. Retcon that one. Captain. So I simply would like to process you accordingly. Qrevialur is your name.
Yes.
Oh, I've heard worse. How do you spell that?
Did they take my stuff from my room, or did they just take what was with me?
They just took what was with you.
Okay. Well, he's gonna look. He's just gonna look down and say, "Shit." You are Evialur?
Your mouth kind of made some weird choices there, and your voice went up a little bit. Are you sure you know how to spell your own name there, sir?
I'm not 100%. I just got out of college.
All right. Well, we'll discounting any potential brain damage that you've had during the potential fight that you just had. That's quite understandable. I will take your spelling to heart, and I will process you accordingly. Do you have residence here in Waterdeep?
No.
Oh, so you're just like the guy before, huh?
Is that a... What do you mean?
The guy who came before you, he didn't have any water. He didn't have it.
That is creepy, Zeke. I know, I like that guy. I know, but that's creepy. He just sort of like came into frame for a second. I was just like,
Ooh.
I love
It's
it.
just a local serial killer. It's
Oh!
He came into frame. Ah! Oh my god! Oh my god! Okay. Okay, we're okay. It's okay.
Oh, I'm
It's
sorry.
okay. Oh god. Okay. Now he's got a cat. He's got a cat now. You are breaking him. You are breaking immersion, sir. I am going to cite you for said breaking.
Remove his inspiration.
just arrest him too. It's cool.
Okay, that's
Everyone's getting arrested.
The guy says, the guy behind the desk says,
there was a tiefling came here. He was just here before you, about 5 minutes ago. Did you not see him on the way back?
Do I look like a tiefling?
No, you're missing my point, sir. Trying to make this go a little slower. I got a splitting headache. It's really hurting my head, but let's try this again. Anyway, we're trying to have a conversation here. Am I right, sir?
No.
Okay, listen, I don't want to make this difficult. We all would not like to make this difficult, so why don't we just go along the normal, natural way this is supposed to happen? You give me your name, you give me your address, you give me your current occupation, if at all possible, and then we see if we can process you accordingly. Is that all right?
Qrevialur von Helleboris. I live along the Sword's coast.
Your name is Qrevialur? Okay. And then the second one is Vaughn.
It's one. It's just a last name with a space in it.
All right. Vaughn.
Helleboris.
V-O-N. I'm not done with Vaughn yet. Chill out. Vaughn. V-O-N. Helleboris.
Correct.
H-E-L-L. I think I can do that with my own eyes. Von Hell. Hello, Boris. Like hello, Boris.
Helleboris.
It's not like hello, Boris.
Who's Boris?
I got a friend named Boris. So I know how to spell
Oh.
his name. So if I just say
You should introduce
Von
us
Hello,
sometime.
yeah, I mean he's a good guy. He drinks a lot, but you know he's a good guy.
Oh, I love drinking too.
You know, I feel like we're getting on pretty well.
I agree.
Yeah. Von Hello Boris. HELLOBORIS. Okay, Von Hello Boris.
Good enough.
All right.
Enough.
Cool. Yeah. So we're gonna have to detain you overnight until the Magister comes in the morning, and then we'll deal with
Out
however
of
you're.
character, really quick. Did
Yeah.
you forget a question?
Did I forget it?
Question you asked
Oh,
Ferros?
yes. I think I did.
Kind of important.
Occupation, right? Is that the question
Yeah,
that you're
sure,
referring
totally that one. No, the other one.
to? What's the other one?
Kin.
Oh, right. Next of kin.
Yeah, the important one.
Yeah. Well, first let's go with
Yeah.
occupation. Thank you for reminding me. All right. So let's go with occupation.
Oh, well, okay. What's your occupation, sir? Mr. Von Hello Bars.
Freelancer.
That just covers like a wide variety of possible occupations. Could you be a
And
little
those
bit?
possible things I do.
All right, that's fine. I'll just put it down. Freelancer. And then next to kin.
Neo-theorist.
What?
Near-theorist.
Is that a word?
No, it's a name.
That's the guy's name?
Yes, that's my son's name.
You have a son?
Isn't that what I just said?
Okay, that's fine. I mean, just whatever. Neo,
Am I in the room?
Near. N-Y-R.
near, N-Y-R.
T-H-I.
Names are crazy. T-H-Y.
My wife named him. I-S-T.
Wow. Okay. R-S-T. Great. I think we got enough to give me a brain aneurysm for today. I think we're going to go ahead and stop.
Good, get on that.
Yeah. Guards, could you just take him to holding pen number 17? That's right next to the other one.
Did I hear any of that?
You certainly did.
Okay.
For some reason, though, Ferros, I have lost your video feed in Zoom. So let me just. It's very strange,
just-
but
I'll
no, it's not.
reconnect, I'll
No. It's not you. It's not
Yeah,
you.
it's.
It's not you.
I
It's
can see
me.
it.
I think it's just a matter of me redoing your feed, which I will fix right now. It went kabooby for some reason. Okay. That's that. That's straight. Boop and boop. Ah, I think I know why. Ah, I fixed it. I am so smart. I am a smart person. And now you're back. Anyway, yeah, you heard it all, Ferros. The two guards take each of you under your arms and bring you to the back of the, away from the street, to a section of the constabulary, which is much more sort of quiet and filled with maybe 2 or 3 people. And you see them open a large jail cell door, and then they sort of gently motion for you to go inside.
I'll go in.
And they also
How
gently.
many guards are there?
There are 4 guards.
And
two
are we
for
like
each.
in a building?
You are in a building.
Where's the nearest exit?
Of the building,
Mm-hmm.
the nearest exit of the building is where you came in, the front entrance.
How many feet?
From where you are,
Yes.
40 feet.
30 feet?
Yeah.
4 guards.
4 guards
How tough do they look?
they were enough to sort of manhandle you out of the yawning portal. So they're about, I don't know, 5'10", 5'11".
Can I do something I probably shouldn't?
That
I'm
is
gonna
up
try
to
sleight
you.
of hand the key off one of them.
You can
I'm
certainly
assuming
try.
one of them has a key on them.
Yeah.
See how horribly this goes.
Okay. 19.
Oh my god.
Okay.
Woo!
So you get your hand into one of these guys' pockets as he opens the door, and you gently remove a ring of keys from one of the guards' pockets.
Do I see this?
Make a perception check.
I didn't think so.
I don't think so. No. But yes, Qrevialur, you now have a ring of keys that you stow on your person. These 4 guards do not seem to notice that you have taken their keys from them. As one of them opens the door, he gestures you in, and then he gestures Ferros to go in. Actually, other way around. Ferros first, then Qrevialur. Ferros goes in. Qrevialur, do you also go in?
Yep,
Same
he's
cell.
gonna go in.
Okay.
It's fine.
Great. The last guard, as you move into this cell, which is unoccupied except for the 2 of you, closes the door behind you. And then you hear a lock going. The 2 guards, 2 of the 4 guards leave, 2 of the guards stay.
Only 2 of them are staying?
2 of them are staying.
Alright. I'm gonna give it a little bit of time so that way I know they're gone.
Okay.
I'm
And
not
so-
eyeing you because of anything bad, but Ferros is watching you. Very
He
cool.
doesn't care.
Okay.
He gets watched all the time. So he still has manacles on, right?
Yes, he does.
So I'm gonna do this easy way first, then I'm gonna do the hard way. So easy way. Do you want me? How do I break out of these?
Do you want to break these cuffs?
Straight
I don't think
Oh,
you
he's
can
gonna
break these cuffs.
He's gonna break these cuffs. I can break these cuffs.
You can't break those cuffs.
I can break these cuffs.
I'm so glad I got people get that reference. Yeah, just make a strength check. Athletics would work if you have it trained.
Does it need to be proficient or just more than a regular strength check?
It can be either athletics or strength.
Okay. Athletics is more.
Look at you. Okay, so yeah, you just watch Ferros as this guy just goes, and like veins pop on his scaly forehead, and you just hear, and now he has 2 manacled wrists, and the chain in between them has snapped. Ferros, you still have the chain in between yours, unfortunately.
I'm watching him.
Okay, what do you want to do, Krev?
Alright, so did the 2 guards notice?
You know what?
Kind of made a
Let's-
loud noise.
You kind of did. Let's see if they
Yeah.
let's see if they
I'm
noticed.
assuming they would have noticed.
No, I would never assume, but let's make a
point.
determination about that. Let's they have +2 to perception too. Okay. I'm sorry. The first one got a crit with a 22, and the second did non-crit with a
Perfect.
21. So the 2 guards outside the jail cell just like turn around, and they're like, "Oh man, come on, we just got those cuffs."
They're not
Shit,
manacles. I don't know why you had to break them.
man, we're gonna have to get more of those cuffs, Jim. I know, Bob. I'm not gonna go get them. You want me to go get them? Well, if you go get them, I will stay here. All right, well, I'm also going to have to go get more men, because if this guy can break out of cuffs, it seems like he's going to break out of here. So just try to make sure he doesn't bust down the door. Oh, he won't bust down the door. I mean, I don't think he's going to bust down the door. Could you just be fast? Yeah. And he runs out the door, leaving 1 guard left.
Alright, Krev's gonna look over at Ferris, say, "Do you want to come?"
You're not leaving here.
I guess not. And he's gonna go up to the door and just pull out this ring of keys, not even hiding it, and just start trying them on the lock.
As soon as he puts them in the lock, I'm gonna cast Hold Person on him.
Okay. So go ahead and roll it.
What is it?
Concentration up to a minute. Wisdom saving throw. What's your
That's my
DC? Okay, so you feel this thing like trying to restrain you, this magical force, Qrevialur, but you're able to just break out of it.
Damn.
At which point, the guard standing in front of you is like, "What are you doing? How did you get those keys? How did you get those keys?"
You gave them to me.
I did not give. Excuse me.
Then how else would I have them? As he's trying out all the keys as he's talking.
He just like starts slapping at them. He's like slapping at you. He's like, "No, you will not. You will not. You will
Qrevialur
not
has
slap.
very scaly hands. He's
Do
hurting
I get
himself
another-
more than he's hurting Krev.
You will
Can I
not
get
put that
another
key
chance
in
to
there."
Cast a spell?
What spell are you trying to cast now?
Hypnotic pattern.
Sure, give it a shot. Okay, wisdom saving throw. It's just adding to you. Okay,
Oh no.
okay.
30-foot cube. I'm gonna just have it affect him only.
Oh, you can
Only.
choose to only affect him, correct?
I create inside a 30-foot cube within range. And
Well,
the
the
range
problem
25
is
feet.
the problem is that this cell is only a 10 by 10 foot space.
That's okay. I could choose a point outside. I don't have to see the point, do I?
Oh, you don't have to see it. Okay, so it doesn't say. Okay, cool. It weaves through the air. Right. Each creature in the area sees a wisdom saving throw. Dope. I love it. Okay, so you are now charmed, Qrevialur. You like start putting the keys in, and then all of a sudden you're like,
He's incapacitated and has a speed of 0.
oh, well, you are charmed and you are incapacitated.
Alright.
That's essentially.
You better get some more people for a second. Or take the keys. Either one works, really.
Like the guard like reaches gingerly out at at Qrevialur's hands and is like,
Just don't look at the colors, okay? Don't look at them.
yeah, it's a little bit bright, but that's cool. And he like just
All right.
grabs the keys out of Qrevialur's hands.
His hands are really hardly gripping on that.
Okay, he'll
You're
make a strength.
incapacitated.
Yeah, he'll make a strength check, which is an automatic success on strength checks, right? Or is it dex checks?
No, incapacitated just says that you can't take actions or reactions.
Okay, so then if he takes a strength check, it'll automatically succeed, then, since you can't oppose.
Oh, that's true.
I thought that would, but that's not a reaction or an action.
You can't oppose it though because you're incapacitated.
Alright.
So that's a 16, which is unopposed to pull it away from you, and you're just like, And-
You might want to get some more guards, maybe. I'm not sure.
yeah. I mean, I just told Bob to go get more guards. It seems like, it seems like,
It's only last a minute.
oh shit, Bob, move your ass, and he like screams out the door, and then 4 more guards just go, and then run in, and
As soon as the rest of the guards come out, I drop pick 9.
oh god, okay, yeah, they see this like blinding flash of light, and then they're like, what was that? I don't know. This guy just like did his hands, and all of a sudden
I sit back down.
there was this weird like swirly shit. But this prisoner here was trying to escape. I believe he pulled the keys out of my grasp, or tried to remand the keys from me. I don't know if that carries any further sentences. But when the magistrate gets here, that is a definitive problem.
Should we tell Sergeant Gumley about it?
I think we should tell Sergeant Gumley about it. I will go tell Sergeant Gumley about it. And he turns on his heel and he leaves the door. Through the door. Leaving 4 new guards in that same space. Looking at you.
They don't
And
care about my manacles being broken?
They look at you, seeing that your manacles are broken, and Jim has come in now with new manacles.
He's coming in the cell.
He's not coming in the cell yet. He's about to open the door with the keys that Bob has given to him now. He uses the keys to
That's
open
a
the
bad
door.
idea, you know. He's just gonna attack you as soon as you open the door.
What do you mean? I thought that this guy is like, he's all stunned and stuff, right?
Not anymore.
What do you mean not anymore?
Colors are gone. That's what's stunning him.
Shit! He immediately slams the door shut.
Kirtland's gonna walk up, like, I'm assuming this guy's right in front of the gate.
He is.
He's gonna get right up on it. Like, his nose is touching. He's gonna say, we could do this the easy way. Or the hard way. Your choice.
I walk up to the edge of my cell. I look at him while he's looking at him. Let's just do this the easy way, shall we? I don't really want to wait all day for this stuff.
Jim like comes up real close and he's like, "What's the easy way?"
Let me out.
No, not that. I mean him. Him do the easy way. Don't worry about. I'm not talking to you about the. Never mind.
I'm very confused as to what the easy way is here.
Ignore him. Ignore him.
Okay.
Just ignore him.
Do you want to be on the floor? Or do you want to let me out?
I said ignore him. It's probably a good idea.
Jim like looks back and forth between Qrevialur and Ferros and is just like, I think I need a superior officer in here. This is not making a lot of sense to me.
No. Getting
Yeah.
this option once.
Yeah.
Now?
No. I
Or
think
on the floor.
no. I think I'm just gonna leave you exactly where we are right now.
Okay. Qrevialur's gonna cast a spell.
Okay. What spell is he gonna cast?
Shatter
Okay.
on the door.
On the door.
Trying to break it.
Can you cast Shatter on the door?
Let's see what Shatter does.
Each
Shatter.
creature.
A creature made of inorganic materials.
Oh, you're right.
Stone,
And
crystal, or
non-magical trigger
metal
is-
has disadvantage on the saving throw. All right, so Constitution save from the door. So this is a thick iron door. I'm trying to figure out. I guess it would be just a D20. Let's just roll a D20 and see what happens. Roll it twice. So we'll roll it twice. Bing, bing. 15 and 18.
Wow.
What's your DC?
Wow. 14.
There you go. So you go, "Wah!" and the door goes.
Elbauthin takes half as much damage. I don't know if it breaks with.
It doesn't break with the
Nine.
amount, but you do see like iron, like rust chips, like just flaking off the door, and like at the very top, one of the iron bars goes burn, and the guard's like, I think
Are
we
you
need.
going to let me out?
I think we need more guards. Can we get more guards in here right now? Like right now? And two guards just go poof, and they run out the door.
All right. Well, I'm gonna try again.
Okay, go ahead.
Can't believe a fucking door.
Okay. And now it does another one. Boop, boop.
There we go.
10, and the door goes and like flies across the room, completely off the hinges. And two guards pull out their truncheons.
Also, I believe they would get damage from both of these because it's a 10-foot radius sphere centered
Okay.
on that point.
Okay, so we'll have the guards do what is it? Constitution saving throws? What is it?
Yeah, con save.
Cool.
About how far away are the guards from me? I'm at the edge of my cell. Like as
10.
close as I'm at.
Let's call it 10 feet.
Cool.
Okay. Your DC is what? 14?
Oh yeah, 14.
Cool. They both fail.
I'm gonna take the damage for one of them.
Okay. How much damage do you take? Let's see. 17 thunder damage.
Yep.
So you take 17 thunder damage. It goes right into you, Ferros. So one of the guards is like, "Ah!" And the other guard gets hit full on by this shatter and just goes boom, boom against the back of the wall and slumps down, unconscious.
Qrevialur's gonna start walking out.
Okay, the guard attacks you. This will be fun. Okay. Here we go. Let's go ahead and we will pull up the turn order. It's you and one other guard. Go ahead and roll initiative for me.
If I could be in the initiative, that'd be great too.
You sure? Okay, no problem.
Mwah.
Cool. Let me just grab the guard. There'll be more people. More! Bring me everybody. What do you mean everybody? Everyone! All right. Here we go. Now, I do not have, unfortunately, a map for this, so we'll just have to do this. TOMD, Theater of the Mind. This guard is nowhere near as big as you, so I will shrink him down. There. That makes you feel bigger.
I feel bigger, stronger, better, faster.
Okay, so here we go. The guard rolled a 9. So Qrevialur, you're first in the turn.
At
What?
9 doesn't hurt. Oh, you mean initiative 9?
Yeah.
Oh. Well, he's going to, for his action, because it doesn't seem like this is a good place to be. So he's going to.
So this is a better one. There we go.
He is going to cast Longstrider on himself,
Okay.
which just increases movement speed by 10 feet per turn.
All right. Anything else?
Yeah, he's gonna start going away.
Walking out the door?
Yep,
Cool.
right out. Same
make
way
a-
he came in.
Make a perception check. Cool. You look out the door to the jail area and you see. Let's see. Remember all those guards at the front of the jail area that you guys came in? There were like 20 of them.
Mhm.
Some of them were eating. They're all coming in and they see you coming out. They all fasten their eyes on you. Some of them have truncheons. Most of them, in fact, have truncheons and bucklers. Some of them have short swords. Cool. Anything else, Qrevialur?
Nope,
Cool. Ferros, you're up.
not for this turn.
Yeah, I didn't think he would walk out that quick. I thought he was gonna attack the guard, but he didn't attack the guard, so I'll drop out of initiative.
Okay, you are no longer in initiative. Poof. The guard attacks you from behind, Qrevialur. There we go. He hits you, or tries to hit you in the head with his club. And he got a 23.
Definitely hits.
Okay. That is 8 bludgeoning damage.
All right.
And attempts to. Actually, he just hits you on the head. He's like, "Where are you going?" And tries to hit you on the back of the head. And you see filing in towards you, maybe 20 or 30 feet away, another cadre of about 5 guards. Elbauthin, you have arrived to the public jail area, and you see filing inside the jail area, you see about like 10 or 11 guards all like putting down their pastries and their drinks and going, and they run inside.
So I dash inside.
Okay. You see them all heading for the jail area.
So I head in that direction.
Okay. I will put you in the turn order then. You want to roll initiative for me? You can just click on your token and then hit initiative. Guess no, maybe so.
I'm trying to.
That's
One
cool.
second.
I can do it if you'd like.
I can do it.
I can do it. There you go. Okay, so on the next turn, or sorry, I should say next round, you'll be first. Which is right now. You run in Elbauthin and you see all these guards running at a very tall, very familiar looking dragonborn who is no longer cuffed.
All right. So I yell, tackle him, and on top of that, I look over at him and I state, "You've just added assaulting. What is the? Hold on.
You want to take a look at the yeah.
I just imagine him taking out his like.
I knew somebody would do it. Assaulting an official or noble. You just added assaulting an official or a noble to your charges. Your 3 charges. You can stop. You can have all of the watch onto you. It doesn't bother me. You've just added the 3rd. If you kill someone, charges get a lot worse.
Make an intimidation check.
Do I have to?
I would say that's pretty intimidating language.
Can I counter intimidate?
Well, considering he
I
just
just-
rolled a nat 1,
Rolled not 1.
Can I counter intimidate?
what do you want to say, Qrevialur?
I don't have time.
Okay. I don't know if that's necessarily intimidating per se. It's definitely scary.
Well, he definitely looks mad, and he looks
Okay.
like he's gonna barrel through.
Okay. Yeah, go ahead, roll intimidation. Let's see what happens. Jesus.
Yoink.
Okay, so yeah, he just like doubles in presence, if not size, and saying, "I don't have time!" And like the guards all take a step back and like look at you, Elbauthin.
Tackle him.
And then they rush him. But it is still Qrevialur's turn before they go. So, Qrevialur, what do you want to do?
Gonna cast another spell.
Okay.
I'm just gonna whisper this one to you.
Okay. How many spell slots you got left, I wonder? Probably a few.
A bit.
Cool.
Let's see. I believe this is how I whispered.
Yeah, just /W.
Oh, well, yeah, but the spell.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
There we go.
What's wrong with that? That's perfectly fine.
Oh, no, I just didn't want anybody else to know because it's more interesting that way.
Okay, yeah, that works for me.
And he's going to dash out the door.
Okay. So you guys watch as he casts this spell on himself. He sort of grasps his wrist, and everyone in the next 6 seconds, all the guards who attempt to grab him, they just like slip off of him for some reason or other. Like they're like, and Qrevialur just like, nope, and just runs out the door. Well, let me just check the language on this for a second. Spells other magical effects.
Don't these guys get saves or something?
So here's the thing. Actually, that's a good point. It doesn't make you immune from the condition.
Yeah,
though.
it's not supposed to.
No.
I know
That's not what I
what
did
this
for.
is.
Yeah, the target can also spend
It's
5
if
feet.
they do, then I have something to do.
Automatically escape. Non-magical restraints. Just so it's 5 feet of movement per attempt, I guess.
Per
Right.
fail.
Right.
So, like, every time I fail to deter a grapple, then it
Yeah.
would be an extra 5 move that I'd lose.
Okay. So then that's 11 attempts. There are going to be 11 attempts. Do you want to try that?
Do you want me to roll 11?
You're going to
Athletic
need to
rolls?
roll 11. Yeah,
Right.
11 athletic checks. This will be fun, guys.
1, 2. Is that 2? No, it's
That's-
not even going through that. Oh, is it?
No, it's going
right?
through. Yeah, we see him. 2.
3,
3,
4,
4,
5,
5.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11.
Okay, so the DC is 16. So I'm not even going to like roll opposings.
Thank you.
Just because that would drive me fucking crazy. So we have
I
1
bet.
fail, 2 fail, 3 fail, 4 fail, 5 fail, 5 fail out of 11.
So that means that he lost 25 feet of movement.
Correct.
He's still going pretty fast.
Okay.
Let's see. That's still 40.
80 with dash.
Yeah, I know, but 40 minus 25 is 15.
55.
So it's 55. Yep, 55
Okay.
feet.
So yeah, I mean, essentially that brings him out. You're able to, like, a couple of these guys grab onto you, but you're able to just sort of like swish them off. A couple of other guys are, they just are unable to grab onto you, and you run out the door. Elbauthin, you watch him run right the fuck out the door.
So that was their turn?
That was Qrevialur's turn, and then the guard's turn, because they all attempted to grapple him. Now it is back to you. You watched him. You are about, let's see, how many feet away did you run out the door there, Qrevialur?
Well, how many? You said it was 40 feet, so 15 feet?
Yep. So that's how far away you are from him right now, about.
Ooh, crit miss.
It happens. You level your short bow at him, and it just bounces off the wall. That's near him. Goes
And I
ping.
keep screaming to these guys, chase him down.
Okay, they turn on their heels and they just sprint after him.
I
It
gotta
is-
say, I'm feeling kind of lonely.
Back in the cell, Ferros is just like, I wish I was part of initiative.
I use my movement speed to follow.
Okay.
Remaining movement speed to follow.
Cool. So we'll do a chase scene with you guys soon. Just because I think that what we're going to have to do is do a chase. But what I
Police chase scene.
Yeah, we're going to do a chase scene, but I think what we have to do before we do that is we're going to take a break. because it's 12:15, and I want to get back into however you guys are going on in the in the yawning portal a little bit. So we'll do this. We will go ahead and stop for now. We'll take our 5-minute break, and when we come back, we'll see how things work out. We'll do a little chase scene after we get back to the yawning portal, and then we'll go from there. All right? Cool? All right, folks. So we'll be back in 5. That is 5 minutos, as they say in Peru. And we'll be back then. All right? Cool. Catch you later, folks.
So is there going to be cars involved in that chase?
No cars. And we're back.
Take 3. There we go.
Take 3. God, I hope not. Come on. Zoom. Why is Zoom not coming back now for some reason? Uh-oh. Let's try this again.
Oh, technology.
Oh, technology. Let's try this again. Come on.
Hello, everyone. I'm a black screen.
Oh,
God.
I'm doing all kinds of shit right now, and you can't see me.
Hold on.
Holy shit!
Okay.
What? My mind was blown.
No, we're good. We're good. We're good. Everybody's happy.
Oh, everyone missed it.
yeah, on purpose.
Next time.
Okay. So here's how we're going to do this. We're going to hold off on this chase scene because I know you guys really want to chase after each other because it's just so exciting. But we're going to switch back to the yawning portal where Talron and Zeke are, and have you guys determine what's going on. A little chat,
Well,
little tete-a-tete.
First of all,
Yeah.
what is the likely chance I'm gonna be addicted cheese fries.
They're really good cheese fries.
Definitely. They are the best cheese fries in Waterdeep, I'm telling you, man. There's a
Oh,
reason I keep coming back here.
I was already addicted to pancakes.
Mmm.
But I'm
Pancakes are
wondering,
good too.
but I wonder if this is gonna be a second addiction.
It's very likely that you will have been. I mean, you see how excited I get about the cheese fries,
What
and
are
I can have them all the time.
What are cheese fries like, anyways? Like, I never even cheese fries like.
They're just fries covered in cheese. It's like the two greatest foods in the world combined together into
But
one
what are?
superfood.
But wait, what are fries?
Oh, sweetheart, just eat them, honey. Just eat them.
Oh, okay.
Just put it in your mouth.
Oh, oh God. Oh, yeah.
Do you
Mm,
like
mm,
it?
mm. I just look over with a mouthful of like
Just dripping cheese from your face.
like my reptilian face. Like, I don't know what you're talking about.
I look over. I was like, Dernan, I think we might need another order.
Durnan's sort of
Nice.
like he's on an elbow like this, and he's just like,
What?
all right.
These are amazing. What? Why
Who's-
have I not been having these?
Are you paying? Are you paying for these cheese fries? Cause like,
Of course, I'm paying for the cheese fries. You know
All right.
me. I always pay my tab.
all right, I'm just making sure, cause
Of course, honey.
it's not like
So, yeah,
potatoes
like-
grow on
so-
trees. Or something.
As we are consuming superhuman quantities of cheese fries, has anybody come back into the bar? Are there have patrons returned?
So yes, in the let's call it 10 to 15 minutes since the ruckus has been disseminated, there have been other people, some who are previous patients from before, and others who are new patients who probably didn't even know what the hell was going on, and they're coming into the yawning portal as well.
All right, I am looking around for someone I know because I want to get a message to Uncle Archie.
Okay. Make a perception check.
Because I should have criminal contacts. That
You
is
do
part of
indeed have
my
criminal contacts.
background.
Absolutely.
Perception check.
Okay. You look around, and at this point of the day, you're not seeing any of your normal contacts here in the yawning portal.
I tell Talron to sit tight and save me some of those. I'm just gonna poke my head out the front door real quick. I'll be right back. Promise I'm not going anywhere. I promise, but I'm not gonna leave you alone. I gotta look for something real quick out front. Cool?
Okay.
I'll be right back. And I just go poke my head out the door and try again to see if I see anybody I know out on the street.
Go ahead and make one more perception check. It's a little better. You
Can
look around.
I-
You think
Okay.
you might recognize someone from the back, but they're about 40 or 50 feet away from you.
40 or 50 feet?
Mhm.
Sweet.
They're walking in
I
a
am-
group with other people, but you think
Who do I think it is?
you
Who do
think
I think it is?
you think it's a relatively sort of tough guy by the name of Rashad.
All right, so I cast message to the back of this person's head and I say, "Yo, Rashad."
He sort of spins around, and the other
I
two
wave.
guys walking with him, and Rashad comes over to you. He's sort of a big Callum Shite guy. He's sort of darker skin. He has faded hair, sort of trimmed pretty neatly along the sides, and sort of a not like a mohawk, but sort of like about yay high. It's not full mohawk size, but he's really like super built.
Perfect. I go up. As he approaches, I approach him, offer him a quick little low-down handshake.
Oh, hey, Zeke, how are you?
I'm doing pretty good, Rashad, but can you do me a favor?
I guess it depends on the favor.
I just need you to get a message back to my uncle. Let him know that I have to go down to the magistrate's office tomorrow. It is not my fault.
Oh shit! Are we
But I want to
talking?
know who. I
Like-
want to know who we know.
Oh, you mean at the magistrate's office?
I'm just a witness. I am not in trouble. I've done nothing wrong. But before I show my face in there, I want to know
Yeah.
who I should look for.
Well, I mean, um, nowadays it's tough to say that we have people on the inside. There's a lot of interference from the Zentarum, unfortunately. So we haven't had a lot
I
to
know.
pull nowadays.
I just want to know if we got anybody.
I mean, there are some witnesses that we often get pulled for. So we usually have those witnesses go up, and they tell a pretty good tale. So
Okay, but
if if need be, we can put one of our witnesses in the magistrate's office, and they can help you out if you need it.
okay. I mean, I'm not in trouble. I just want to cover all of my bases because you know how this shit goes down.
Oh no, I totally yeah.
All right.
So you need this guy or no?
Tell you what. If I need the guy, I'll leave a note for you at the portal. Cool.
Super. Oh, you
And,
mean this place?
This
Why are
this
you
over
at,
here, you know.
why are you at the
The
Yoni
cheese
Portal?
fries, man. I can't
It's
stay away.
such a
They're so good.
tourist trap, man. Why are you in this place?
I know, but like every now and then it gets kind of interesting. And just let Uncle know I'm working on the thing. He'll know
You're
what I'm talking about.
you're working on the thing.
I'm working on the thing. Doing my best, but it's a little bit slow going.
Okay. Well, my friends here, you know Jason, right? Look, and you look over there, and there's like a sort of short, muscly, bearded guy wearing sort of rings around his arms, and he sort of just does one of these.
And I kind of go, yeah, I've seen him around.
And you know Khalid, and he points to another guy. Khalid is like a dark-skinned, shaven-headed guy with one eye. He's just like,
I'm like, yeah, I think I lost to you at poker once.
and he smiles, and he's like, and he's got like giant, like silver, like a grill, like a giant silver grill. He's like,
I say, oh yeah, I definitely lost to you at poker, and I give him a little like low five.
he sort of does one of these.
All right.
Rashad says, we are on our way out. We have a pressing business dinner to go to.
Oh, absolutely, my friend. You take care. Just get that message to my uncle, okay?
Yeah, we'll do it as soon as we are done with dinner. All right.
All right. I'll leave a note with the bard at the portal if I need.
Okay.
All right. Thanks, man. And I head on back into the bar.
Cool.
I have not touched any more fries. Just
I look at him in surprise and I pull the plate over to myself and begin to gorge myself on cheese fries.
Well, I mean, you told me to save you some. I mean,
Oh, come on. I'll share. I
Mm.
push the plate over so it's in between the two of us.
Okay.
I think you're a big deal in this particular city place.
I'm not a big deal, but I
should-
know people.
You know people, so you are a big deal.
No, so wait, you are from a
Very
swamp?
far away.
Very far away. So you are not used to city living, shall we say?
I mean,
Okay, man, here's the deal. It's a city. Everybody knows people. We're all on top of each other every day.
I mean,
Everybody's
unless-
got people. Some people have more people than others. Some people have better people than others, but everyone's got people, man.
I mean, the
You've
last.
got your friends, right?
Yeah, I mean, we kind of been stuck with each other for at least a month or so since Schult.
Sure. That sounds kind of familiar. Where is that?
Oh, it's like an island that's like far off.
Oh, okay. Yeah, don't think I've ever been there.
It's a very dead place. I'll tell you that. Just-
Yeah, not really my cup of tea. I like being around people and things. And
Oh, trust me, when you had to deal with the zombie T-Rexes or dinosaurs and that kind of stuff.
that
undead
actually
thing-
sounds kind of fun. So you've got experience with monsters, huh? I mean, you guys handled yourselves pretty well when those things came up out of the pit.
Well, I mean, considering we've also had to deal with a particularly powerful lich earlier, so we've had our fair share of near-death experiences. Although a couple of us died.
Mm.
So,
Okay.
Zeke, you remember about 2 or 3 months back that there was well, let's call a spade, a very big crisis in Waterdeep, and perhaps elsewhere, that the local clerics, although you don't consider yourself particularly devout, were saying that they weren't able to bring people back from the dead anymore. And you also happen to notice that various people who you were associated with, who were brought back from the dead, were slowly dying. Their skin was becoming necrotic and decrepit, and that they were slowly losing all sort of physical capabilities. And a couple of them expired due to such a disease. They were calling it the death curse. And then, maybe about 2 or so weeks ago, it just went away. People who had this awful disease suddenly looked much, much better, and the clerics came out onto their individual church podiums and said that the death curse had been taken away by the will of the gods. Others had said that there was a team of very well-to-do heroes who had struck out on their own and had found the source of this death curse and had stopped it.
So you say some of you died, but you were brought back?
It was long after we eliminated the problem, but
What problem?
okay. So it's gonna sound a little weird. Okay,
Try
so
me.
so all those people who's died when the curse is active, imagine their soul not being brought to the afterlife or wherever the hell that place is. Instead, it gets sucked into this blue tube, which then you have a giant fetus like baby monstrosity that's sucking all the souls into that being.
That does sound weird.
Durnan
But I
couldn't
also
tell, like, listening in on this, and you just see his face just go like,
Hey, we see
But
some
I did
yeah.
just see a couple of land krakens climbing up out of the portal. So I guess weird is the order of the day. So what exactly happened with this floating blue fetus baby?
Well, you see, Ferros had the well, actually, not Ferros, because it was already dead at the time. Right. So
Oh, is that the cranky guy?
yeah.
That explains some shit. Okay, sorry, continue.
So we had the initial idea of attacking one of the structures that was holding up the pole. We weakened it to the point where it like, well, basically we had to kill the giant demigod fetus baby, which that thing exploded. This
Gross.
apparently his quote unquote father heard what happened and was very mad at us, which was a lich.
Hmm.
Started to attack us. We retaliated. In the middle of the fight, we managed to weaken the structure that was holding up the tube. Fell into a lava pit. All the spirits got freed, but the guy wasn't letting us go anytime soon. A bit of a scuffle happened. We were just about to finish him off, but then he got away.
Huh. But like still mostly a win, kinda. Okay, yeah, you take what you can get, man.
I do not want to go back. Like after what we just been through, we're like, Hell no. Like,
You don't want to go back to Dead Island?
God. Just. I've already
What
seen enough.
about
Yeah. Hmm?
what about down into a, I don't know, giant hole in the ground?
I look over at the giant hole.
I kind of
Yeah.
smile.
What's the deal with that?
I mean, they say it goes down to Undermountain, which is this big. I gotta be honest, I don't know a whole lot about it. What I do know is there's some stuff down there that is very valuable.
What kind of-
That you kind of seem to be a little hard up for cash, and I myself am in need of, shall we say, an influx of funds. But obviously, I'm not an idiot. I'm not going to go down there by myself. But if I could
Well-
find some like-minded individuals who were maybe in need of a little financial gain, then perhaps we could help one another.
Well, I mean, I didn't call you an idiot, so I mean, obviously this. I look over at the giant hole thing again.
I mean, not right now, but soon.
Yeah, I know. To be honest, I'm more used to this whole adventuring thing than I am with civilization. So,
No civilization down in the pit, buddy.
but what if?
What if what?
What if there are?
I don't know. There's only one way to find out.
You know what?
Just
You know what? Fine.
awesome.
Don't see why not. Hell, I mean, as long as it's nothing related to Schultz, I mean, I'm good. But
I don't even know what Schultz is, so I
it's
mean,
it's a hell of a lot more better than it was before.
well, that's good then. I mean, you and your friends seem like you know how to handle yourself. I mean,
Just-
they.
Just hope you don't mind Ferros, though. He's been a little
Cranky?
off. I mean, a little off since being revived.
Hey, look, man, everybody's got baggage. Everybody's a jerk sometimes. And quite frankly, I don't care if he likes me or not.
I mean, hell, initially his hair was reddish. Now it's all like dyed white.
It was black
man.
before. It was not red.
Well, it's
That's
still
cool,
has-
man. My hair changes
Mhm.
color all the time. Magic is weird.
Does it?
It does. Just every now and then. Some days I wake up and poof, it's something different than it was the day before. Kind of annoying, but you know, you get used to it.
I mean, the only thing I could do is just summon a weapon. That's pretty much that and other spells. But
That's pretty cool though. You
Oh.
seem to know what you're doing.
I'm
yeah,
gonna go
so-
ahead and stop the conversation right there because I think we know which way that is heading, and I think it's a couple of things of import are noted. That number one, that Talron agreed to go down into Undermountain with Zeke. For what purposes? We'll have to figure out later. But that's not important right now, as the bard says. What is important is chasing. So here we are in the streets of Waterdeep. Qrevialur is just sprinting for his life, and there are guards behind him. There are 11 of these guards behind him, and then behind them, Elbauthin chasing him as well. So how are we going to do this? We're going to do a skills challenge. I used to love skills challenge back in 4E, so there's no better way to do this kind of thing as to see who actually outruns whom with a skills challenge. But before I do that, we have to determine who's the chaser and who's the chasee. I think it's pretty clear in this case, but where is the chasee going? Qrevialur, what is your intended destination? Or are you intending no destination? Just
Johnny Portal.
You're running back to the hunting portal. Okay.
Yep. There's a little thing called a horse there that he has.
This is true. Okay, so you estimate that it will take you the same amount of time that it took you to get to the jail, maybe about
It'd be a lot faster. So he was going walking speed there,
sure.
and now he's going probably 4 times that speed.
Oh yeah. I mean, but the question is, can you last, that long running?
I guess we'll find out.
Yes, indeed. So here's what we're going to do. We are going to put you guys in a turn order. for the chase scene. So go ahead and roll initiative for me. Qrevialur, Elbauthin. You two. I'll roll initiative for the guards. There we go. So, just for those of you who are playing along at home, I want to know what skills challenges are, or the way that skill challenges are supposed to go. The way it works is through the turn orders, you tell me what it is that you want to do, and you utilize a skill for that challenge. I will give you a set amount of rounds within this skills challenge. In this case, I will go ahead and say 10 rounds. Each time your turn comes up, you will have to use a different skill than you did in the last 2 rounds, which means that you can't use the one before, and you can't use the one before that. Which means that you have to sort of cycle. If you have the same set of skills, you're probably going to use them every 3 times. But that's okay, because the way it works is you'll have to use some way of getting around certain obstacles that may come along your path along these 10 rounds. And then at the end of 10 rounds, determining who has had more successes rather than failures, I will determine what happens after that. The guards are, for all intents and purposes, our obstacles here, because the chaser is Elbauthin and the chasee is Qrevialur. So, that said, we have our turn order here. We have Qrevialur in front. Qrevialur, what do you want to do in your first turn?
I'm gonna try to go with the cartoony approach. Are there any of those like fruit carts?
Yeah, sure. I mean, yeah, I'd say that there are plenty of fruit carts.
I like to throw some as soon as I pass them. Throw some down.
Okay, I would say make an athletics check for that one. So that's using skill athletics. With an 11, you grab onto one of the fruit carts, but your hands don't pull purchase, and you're not able to pull the fruit cart down. That is 1 failure. Okay, Elbauthin goes next. Elbauthin, what do you want to do?
I'm going to use acrobatics to leap over that fruit cart.
Okay, it's a seemingly pretty easy obstacle because I think you saw Qrevialur trying to pull it down in front and wasn't able to pull the whole thing all the way down as fast as you want. Go ahead and make an acrobatics check. Yeah, you leap over it nimbly, sort of like not even touching the fruit, really. You sort of just jump through the air and vault over it. It's not so much how high you jump, but sort of how swiftly you're able to vault over it. And I would say you're able to do so successfully. So that's 1 success. Now the guards. They're going to present some obstacles to you, Qrevialur. 5 of these guards will attempt to... What should they do? Okay, so here's what happens. Of these 11 guards, 5 of them split off into an alleyway. Maybe they know something you don't, but the other 5 give chase. And those 5 guards are going to throw their shields, like their buckler shields, at your legs, seeking if they can reduce your speed a little bit. So they're just going to make straight attacks at you. Let's see what happens, yeah? And this is an improvised weapon for all intents and purposes, so I'll just make 5 improvised weapon attacks on you, which is just d20 plus their strength, which is +1. So it's d20 plus 1, 5 times. Where are we? Here we go. 1, 2, 20 plus 1. Okay, here we go. First attack. 21.
Yeah,
Okay.
definitely hits.
So it doesn't do damage per se, but it slows you down. So it's going to give you disadvantage on the next check that you make. You hear me? Especially if it's a strength or dexterity based check. Cool? Okay. So that one goes sailing into you. I'm going to go ahead and say that with that done, and they see you sort of staggering, the other 4 just keep chasing you. Like, they don't need to make any other checks on you, because we're going to see how that goes. Qrevialur, you are up.
Is there anybody near me with a horse?
I'd say you're in an alleyway, but not near the main street. Let me just check and see how far away you are in Waterdeep. You are on your way from the castle ward down to the let's just zoom out a little bit. You're from the castle ward. You're going from there. You haven't yet reached Waterdeep Way. You're coming down Swords Street, but you haven't yet gotten to Waterdeep Way. So not
All
yet. Your chances of your finding horses in Waterdeep Way are much greater.
Do you think that it'd all be possible with freedom of movement to help me get up a building?
To
Maybe like a
climb, to
one-story?
actually climb a building,
Yes.
do you have a climb speed?
Nope.
It would probably be at disadvantage to climb a building without climb speed.
It's already at disadvantage because of this turn.
Fair enough, but you have to use athletics to do so, and you've already used
Oh, okay.
athletics.
Not athletics. All right. Well then, what's around me?
So you're running down this alleyway. You see buildings on both sides of the street. It's a relatively well-to-do district. You see that on the corner, coming up relatively close, is a very large edifice that looks like some kind of castle with an outward wall.
How close is Elbauthin to me?
You take a look behind you. I would say he's about 20 feet behind you.
I'm gonna yell at him. Stop following me or you lose your legs!
Okay, make an intimidation check. Yeah. You hear from in front of you, Elbauthin, this like resounding, gravelly voice. It seems to be quite threatening. And if you hear that, yes, you do. I would consider that a success. So you have one success and one failure. With that success, Elbauthin, you're going to make your next either mental ability, which I would consider to be either wisdom or intelligence, at disadvantage, considering that the intimidation check was a success.
I'm going to use deception.
Okay, what are you going to try to do? That is a mental ability.
I am going to, yes, I am going to say, okay, I've stopped following you.
Okay. Go ahead and make a deception check with disadvantage. 13. That is a failure. You're clearly running after him, and you're like, okay, I'm following you.
What is the DC on this?
It's 15.
Oh, okay.
Standard, just, nothing hard, nothing crazy, and nothing too easy. 15 is a standard DC for this. So yeah, unfortunately, that is a failure. So you each have one success and one failure. And now, you guys are still in pace with each other, right? If he, for example, had more successes than failures, he'd be catching up. But I'd say you guys are on pace with each other. The guard. There are these guards, and they're going to attempt to... One of them lost his shield by throwing it at you. Let's see. Of these 4 guards... they have clubs. So one of them is going to make an athletics check and try to jump on you. Okay. And
Jump
that's
on me?
He's going to try to jump on you. Let's see what his... and he gets a 10. So he fucking fails, and he face plants in the street. And you leave him in the dust. So now there are only 4 guards remaining. The other 5, we don't know where they are. And now it's Qrevialur's turn.
Alright, can I look for... I'm gonna say just like... Look for something to do.
Look...
'Cause in this alleyway, yeah, I'm out of ideas, so I think Qrevialur's gonna look for something to do.
Okay. I'm not quite sure I understand what you mean by look for something to do.
Look for something to deter his chasers.
Okay. You come along, and you're just getting past this statue, which is outside of Castle Waterdeep, and you see this long street that goes all the way down to where you remember the yawning portal is maybe about, I don't know, half a mile away. But it's down a dark alleyway. Maybe if you try to sort of juke your way through the streets, you might be able to lose him. You could use deception in that regard.
I'll try that.
Okay.
So deception?
So deception.
Alright.
Okay, so you run through the alleyway just nearby. You sort of duck under a tarp and jump into an alleyway, and that is a success. You seem to have so you seem, at least for now, Elbauthin would need to counteract that deception with some way of tracking you. So right now you are in an alleyway, a little bit off the beaten path, but you are certainly in a position where you could potentially get out in front of him. So that's 2 successes and 1 failure.
I'm gonna use an insight. My insight score here. On this
Okay,
one.
very good.
Determine where you.
Okay, I would say instead of using insight to track him, you can use survival, because insight is much more an ability to check, where how someone is feeling rather than necessarily how to track someone.
I don't have survival as a skill.
Everybody has
I
survival.
have perception. No, I don't. I don't have it proficient in it.
That's okay. Just because you're not proficient in it doesn't mean you can't use it.
But I'm not. I didn't lose him, right? I mean, I'm right behind him. So can't I
You-
just perceive him?
So here's the way it works, right? So if you want to track someone, either by their footprints or if you want to like take a look around, and I see you rolled a 16 on perception, even better, right? You rolled a crit on survival check right there. Okay, thank you for playing along. So you rolled a crit 21 on survival check. You see his very large 3-toed. Am I right? 3-toed or boots?
Well, he's wearing something fancy. Probably fancy dress shoes. For
Okay, so yeah, you
his
see
size.
his boot prints in the dust, or his dress shoes in the dust, and you see that he has gone into an alleyway, at least tracking it. You know exactly where he is. You see that he sort of like tried to juke through one alleyway and then went up a couple steps, and then you tracked him exactly where he is. And so as you come over a ridge, you see him about 30 feet away. Again, you guys are both in the same place in terms of distance away from each other. So 2 successes a piece and 1 failure apiece. So we're at 6 out of 10 here. 6 rounds out of 10. We got 4 rounds remaining. The guards remaining, of which there are 4, are right behind you, Elbauthin, and they see Qrevialur, and they sprint for it. And let's see, what can they do? Skills-wise.
Are they fast enough? Haven't they lost a lot of speed?
They have lost some of their speed, but they're still, there's some of them are tiring out. Yeah, they're just gonna. One of them is gonna do the same thing that the first one did, which is to throw his buckler at you, and hopefully he'll hit you. That he does not do. He throws his buckler and it sails over your head, and you duck under it. So that does not give you a disadvantage on your next physical ability, so you choose to use it. Okay, it is now to Qrevialur, round 7.
So this buckler has gone above me, right?
Yes.
Can I grab it out of the air?
Yeah, I would say you could make a dexterity check of some kind. Let's see, what skill would you probably use for that?
Sleight of hand?
Yeah, sure, I'll allow sleight of hand. That's fine. Yeah, you jump up for it, and it just like goes right over your fingers. You miss. So that is a failure. But it slows you down. You slow down to try to grab it, and it allows you. Unfortunately, it takes up some of your time, so you have to speed up again in order to keep ahead of the pack. So that is 2 failures and 2 successes. It is now Elbauthin's turn.
All right, I'm going to use my knowledge of the city of Waterdeep to gain an advantage on him. So that would be insight, right?
Insight is really for people, not necessarily for places. I would say history would work pretty well with when it comes to your knowledge of Waterdeep.
Yeah, but that's more of a wisdom skill, not history. History is an intelligence skill. Knowing the city is just being in the city, right?
Well, let's take a look and see what's a better skill to use here. Let's see. I was thinking history, but let's see what else we can go for here. Perception, performance, religion. Wisdom based, huh? You're kind of at a loss here because you've used perception, You've used survival. Well, actually, you haven't used perception, but it's not really keyed into what you want to do here. Survival is what you just used. And it's either that or insight.
Right.
Insight is really for people, unfortunately, and not for the actual place. So you can either choose to use an intelligence-based skill, or something that you have not used the last turn or the turn before.
If I use an intelligence-based skill, I'm going to use investigation, right?
Okay. You can tell me what it is that you want to use to investigate that might cause you to speed up to him.
I want to observe his movements, how it is that he's moving, to sort of predict where it is that he's going and get an advantage on him.
Okay, for that one, I actually would have you roll insight, because that one you're actually going for him rather than for the place around you. So insight would work in that regard. Critting on the insight check. All right, so that's 3 successes and 1 failure for you. And am I right on that? Did I get the count right there, guys? 3 successes and 1 failure, and then 2 successes and 2 failures for Qrevialur. So that's 2, 2, 3, 3. So we're now at round 8. Okay. We have 1 guard, 2 guards remaining, who are still a little bit behind you, Elbauthin, and they're like, Sir, I don't know how much longer I can keep up for this. And so they're going to make constitution checks to see if they can keep up with you. If they can, then they'll stay. If not, they're going to peace out. So let's give these guards constitution checks here. 1 rolled an 8 and 1 rolled a 17. So one guy just like grabs his side. He's like got stitches and he's just like, and just throws up on the street. And the other guy's like keeping pace with you just behind. He's sweating profusely though. So you've got 1 guard in tow, Elbauthin. Qrevialur, you're up.
Can I do something of the same nature?
What do you want to do?
I'd like to use Constitution to maybe speed myself up a bit.
Okay. Speeding yourself up. Let me think about this. I think athletics would work in that regard, though. Not necessarily Constitution, because Constitution is all about endurance, not necessarily about speed, right? If you're running a race and you want to speed up, you use athletics.
All right.
But he already used athletics.
He used
But
it,
that
but
was
he didn't
3.
use. That was a long time ago, right? So I remember you can use it. You can use it, and then you can. You can't use it for the next 2 rounds, but you can use it again.
I'll try.
Okay, an 18 is a success. So that's 3 successes and 2 failures. So you're able to just like steel yourself. You imagine your goal in mind, and that just gives you like a burst of adrenaline, and you see that there is in sight the end of Waterdeep Way, which then brings you down into the Snail Street area and towards the Yawning Portal. However, hot on your heels is this elf and his guard. I mean, you can do what you want, but this guy is tenacious. So that's 3 successes, 2 failures for you, Elbauthin. It's your go. What do you want to do?
Okay, so I'm going to use my acrobatic skill to leap over obstacles that are in my way to try to gain the advantage.
Okay, go for it. 15 is the DC, so that is a success. That is 4 successes and 1 failure. Okay. So yeah, you are definitely gaining on him. You're only probably about 10 feet behind him now.
Yeah, this is the last round, right?
We're at round 9 coming up now. The guard, the last guard, he's going to make a constitution check to see if he can survive, because you are just kicking so much butt. I don't think there's very much he can do. He doesn't have a shield. He has just his truncheon with him, and he's just sweating his face off. Here we go. He rolled a 5. He pieces out. He just puts his hands on his knees. He's like, so it's just you and Elbauthin now, Qrevialur.
Is it?
It's
Do I
just you and
notice
he.
this?
You can make a perception check if you want to use that.
Yeah, I'd like to.
Okay, so it's round 9. Make a perception check. 24. You notice it. It's just him and you now.
That does
That's
not
it.
count as a success then?
It does not count as a success because you haven't
Alright.
told me what you want to do.
I would like to do a spell, actually. Is that possible?
You can't do a spell while you're running because you don't have the time to do it, so this is just skills themselves.
So I can't slow down just to do this spell.
That's correct. If you do, he's gonna be on you like white on rice.
Alright. So let me just see what ones I've used so far. Alright. So I guess I can use Intimidation again?
Yes, you certainly can use Intimidation. You used it
Then
a
I
few
will
rounds
turn-
ago.
Then I will, when I look at him, I will say, "Last chance!"
Make an Intimidation check. Okay.
What?
You turn and you just go left, and the wind like buffets your face, so like it makes your lips go. Elbauthin, you're like, what did he just say? So that is 2 failures. Sorry, is that 2 failures or 3 failures?
That is 3?
That's
Yeah.
three failures. Yeah. So I don't think mathematically you can beat him now, unfortunately.
Nope.
Okay, so let's just play this last round out. Elbauthin, what do you want to do with your last thing? You are just on him. You're like you got your hands out. You're ready to catch
I'm
this
gonna
guy.
use my proficiency in athletics to gain the upper hand.
Okay. Did you use athletics? No, you didn't use athletics. Let me just check and see when the last time you used athletics was. Nope, definitely not 3 rounds ago. So 19 is a success. That is the last success. So Alex, or I should say Elbauthin, my gosh. Tell us what do you want to do by gaining the upper hand. You now have your hands on this individual, and you're on him, like literally as he's running around the corner, and you guys both see the yawning portal. As you turn the corner, you're on top of him. What do you want to do?
I pull out the manacles and I throw the manacles in such a way that they just latch onto his legs.
Okay. I will go ahead and say, Qrevialur, that you just go face first into the dirt about 15 feet away from the front of the yawning portal. And you just see a couple of people who are outside who are like, what's going on here, man? I just came here for some beer.
I'd like to say something really quick.
Go ahead.
Still a freedom of movement.
How long does freedom of movement last?
I believe it lasts an hour from what I saw.
And is it concentration?
Nope.
Damn. Freedom of movement. It lasts an hour, and it's not concentration. Hot damn. My God. I love
Don't
freedom
tell
of
me we
movement.
just wasted time with this chasing to use freedom of movement, right?
Well, you're on him, and you're trying to like grab him by the arms, and he's just like, you can't get around his hands. He's just like too fast.
That's fine. I just manacle his hands because I've already manacled his legs.
Okay.
He's on the.
He breaks out of the manacles because
Well-
he only needs to spend 5 feet of movement to do so.
Do me and Zeke even hear this commotion?
Make a perception check, actually, both of you.
Ah,
You don't hear it. And yes, Zeke, you hear outside, you hear these two just tussling. Just like.
Better me and I poke my head out the door to see what's going on.
You see Elbauthin on top of this Dragonborn, this guy, Qrevialur, who you remember from before. And Qrevialur's just like,
The hell?
And actually, I didn't make a save against this freedom of movement. Don't I get a DC against this?
there's
thing?
no save, because what happens is that when you attempt to restrain him, any success removes 5 feet of movement from him.
hey Zay, what's going on out there?
Your elf buddy has tackled our dragonborn person who was in jail. I don't know. Maybe you can come out here and tell me what's going on, man.
I just walk over with a plate of cheese fries as I look out the door.
I sneak one from him as he's standing next to me.
Well, help me out now. By now, I assume the watch is here, right?
They
Watch has
have
been followed.
the other 5 people from the watch have caught up, and they are all standing around him, some of which have large pikes, and they're all pointing down. It's like that scene in Trading Places, you know, Or he's
Listen,
like, got a problem, officers?
Okay, so
They pick
that's
him
it.
up. He has
Either-
legs.
Either you dispel whatever spell you have going, or we're gonna stab the fuck out of you. How does that
Man.
sound?
Ferros is very right to call you a murderer.
Yeah. In this case, he's resisting arrest and he already attacked the guards. And it's
Can I get
he's
up?
continuing to resist.
Well, yeah, you are surrounded by 6 guards, all of which have pikes at your face right now.
It's fine. I can't dispel this anyway, so.
Okay, you can get up. You are up.
You can either get up and see the magistrate tomorrow and take your charges up with him, or you can get piked.
I'm sorry.
One way or another, man. It's not looking good.
Huh.
I can guarantee you seeing the magistrate is going to be a lot better than getting piked.
I look over at
I want-
Tyler
How
and he goes,
tall
"You're
is he?
I kind
compared
of-
to me?
Just
You know-
that aside, I kind of want that on a t-shirt now. Like, get piked.
Get piked.
Get piked.
First it was
How-
keep it tight, now it's get
Keep it
piked.
tight, get piked.
Keep
Yeah.
it tight and get piked.
Yeah.
How tall is How tall
Yeah.
is he compared to me?
I don't know.
I'm
About
5'10".
yeah, he's not the tallest guy, but yeah.
All right. So he's going to look down and he's going to say again, "I don't have time."
Don't care about your time. You're breaking the law. You've broken the law. You
I
can
look-
deal with the magistrate. You can go before the magistrate and
look o-
tell him what you need to tell him. Maybe he'll give you time.
Breaking
look
the
over-
law.
You need to
breaking
go to
the
jail.
law.
Magistrate comes out tomorrow morning.
I look over at Zeke. I'll have you know, I never knew he had a law fetish.
How
I s-
far is my horse?
Your horse is not there.
My horse is not there.
Your
Someone
horse-
swiped my horse.
It is not there.
Wasn't me.
I'm looking at you.
I'm just like, I put up my cheese covered hands. I'm like,
I just
Start moving back in the direction of the jail, dude.
Can
Let's
I?
go.
I'm gonna try to do something really quick.
Okay.
I'm gonna say, after my business, I'll come in and you can arrest me for as long as you want. But right now, I have something very important to do. That's more than you or me or some stupid
Pike
law.
him, please.
The guards like
Can I
look
roll
at
a
you like.
persuasion check?
Well, let's finish actually what Qrevialur is going to say. Go ahead, Qrevialur.
I was just gonna say, as long as I'm done with this, I could be in your custody as long as you want. I don't care how many times you pike me, but right now I have something of much more importance than either you or I at stake.
Sir, I don't know what your previous decision was. Obviously, I can't trust you. I don't have any reason to trust you. I don't know you. The only thing that's going to happen is you're going to get piked. When you go
Man.
up before the magister, you can tell him what your business is.
aren't
and
you
then
always that
handle it with him.
judgmental?
Talron, stop. I'll book you for obstruction, dude.
Jesus
Oh.
Christ.
I look over at Talron. I'm like, your friend's kind of a dick.
I just gave him 50
He's
fucking
always-
gold.
You still
Give my
arrested
50
my
fucking gold back.
boyfriend.
Are there any horses nearby?
There is one, or actually yes. Now that I think about it, yeah. Outside of the yawning portal, there's not 2 horses. There is 1 horse, but it doesn't have a saddle
All right. Can I take the opportunity tax and go take the horse and try to run?
on. Sure. So
Sure.
Qrevialur turns. You are, from what I remember, I think you are. Do you still have the manacles on your legs?
No, they're broke. 5
Okay.
feet. Movement
Okay.
broke them
Cool.
when I got up.
All
Otherwise,
right.
I wouldn't be able to get up.
Cool. All right. So as you turn, the guards are gonna use non-lethal blows on you. Is that all right?
Yep.
Elbauthin, I'm assuming you don't want them to use lethal blows on this guy.
No, I don't necessarily want them to use lethal blows, but if he starts to get away.
Okay.
It's medieval times, bro.
I swear, like the moment he comes back to this
Okay.
city, suddenly he's becoming a power-hungry douchebag.
No, I'm not becoming a power-hungry douchebag.
arrested my
Let's not make value judgments until you meet
I
the
just look
real
over-
power-hungry douchebag, who is me.
True.
So
I
don't
look
worry.
over at
Stuck in
Talron and I say,
jail.
you don't have a lot of experience with law enforcement, do you?
I'm from the. I have an
That's
excuse.
what I thought, and I pass him the cheese fries.
Okay.
Aw.
So these are all going to be opportunity attacks, and because they're flanking you, they're all going to be with advantage. I just want to let you know that.
Unless
So-
he's raging.
Here we go. No, I don't think he said he was going to rage.
Yeah.
He can't rage twice in the day because he's bard.
Yeah, I
now.
can.
Do they have 2 levels of barbarian?
He does have
You
2
get
levels of
two-
barbarian.
You
thought you
get
only get
2
2
rages. You get 2 rages.
Oh, I thought you started with 1. Okay. Never mind.
Nope, you start with 2.
2.
What a great class.
It
Barbarian.
can be fun.
It's what's for dinner.
Sponsored by Barbarian.
Yes. Okay, so this
You
is
like
with.
singing? You like breaking? We got the class for you.
Here we go. So we're going to give 1, 2. There's a lot of advantage attacks
Plus
here.
me. Plus me.
Yeah, you're next. Chill out.
Calm down.
Calm the fuck
I'm calm.
down.
I'm calm.
All right, so here we go. With advantage. Why do these things not do advantage? Oh, whoops. I didn't roll them with the advantage bloppy. So let's try that again, folks. I apologize. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, here we go.
There was 9? I thought there was only.
There were 11.
5.
There were 5, and then the others caught up, right? Because there were
Oh, they
originally
caught up by
11.
now? Okay.
You guys have been talking for a fucking ton of time. I mean, let's call a spade here. All right, here we go. Back at the top. God, I love 11 attacks. It's just dumb. First one misses. The first one misses you, and like it just bounces off of your scales, and you just continue to run. The second one hits you for 6 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
The third one hits you for 7 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
The third one hits you for 14 bludgeoning damage.
Alright.
You want me to keep going?
Now I'm ready.
Okay.
I'm subtracting the health.
Okay, no problem. Let me know where you're at.
35.
Cool. Okay. Am I at number 4 or number 5, guys? Do you remember?
Yeah.
You're number 5 now.
Okay, number 5 out of 11.
1 miss, 3 hits.
Okay,
You're
the
number
second
6.
one. Okay, so the number 6 misses. Number 7 hits for 8 damage.
Right.
Number 8 hits for 10 bludgeoning damage. Jesus Christ. This is crazy. I mean, these are all at advantage. Sorry, I apologize here.
Mhm.
Number 9 hits for 7 bludgeoning damage. Wow, there's a lot of hits. Here we go. Finally, a miss. This one misses, and a lot of damage too. I missed on that one. That was number 10 or number 11?
10.
10.
10. Okay, and then number 11 misses you. And now it is Elbauthin's turn. What you doing? Oh, crap.
Oh.
no. Okay,
I
Elbauthin.
guess he does get sneak because of
He
flanking,
does,
doesn't
because of the allies. Yeah.
Then I'm down.
Okay. So, Elbauthin, explain to us how, and I'm assuming that you don't want to kill this guy before the adventure even
No,
fucking
dude.
starts.
No, of course not. I'm not gonna kill him, dude. I flipped the rapier over and I just hit him in the face with it.
Boom. And for the first time in a very long time, Qrevialur, you see stars. And you're like, so this is what it feels like. Wow. And then everything goes dark.
All right, you guys tie him up. You gag him.
The guards are all
Make
panting.
sure
They're
to
all like,
move.
I did not sign up for this kind of athleticism. I really did not.
They're soldiers, man. Come on, dude.
they're city watch. They're
City
like
watch,
out,
like,
dude.
come on.
They're like out of fucking shape cops. Let's call a spade, okay?
They all
City watch
they all
and in
have
medieval city. Remember,
So-
medieval city too.
Do donuts exist?
Now they do.
Yeah.
Hell
If we have cheese fries, we have donuts. Come
That's
on.
exactly right. Okay.
yeah.
So, Talron and Zeke, you watch the guards tie up this massive dragonborn, and Elbauthin, under their orders, sort of puts this guy on their shoulders, and they start to walk back down the street. Is there anything you guys want to say?
That was
yeah,
intense.
Talron, you need to show up to the tomorrow as a witness
Whoa,
Dude,
your
you had to
your
show-
audio
you
is
said you had to-
voluntary.
your audio is going nutso. Let's do that one more
Then you
time.
have to show up to the magister's office, Talron.
Yeah, you can say it was voluntary. See you guys tomorrow.
Wait,
Bye.
where is that?
Don't worry, buddy. I got you.
I look over at him, and I go, Zeke knows where it's at.
I casually flip him the finger once his back is turned to me.
I like you.
I
And-
like you, man.
And now
Let's go get a.
with that, we're going to cut to a cell where Ferros has been sitting for the last, 20 minutes or so. And he's just been twiddling his thumbs and just kind of like,
I have a piece of paper, I assume. They only took my weapons. So I'm just writing.
oh, cool. Okay. We're not going to get into exactly what Ferros is writing. But what we are going to do is get into what Ferros is hearing. Ferros, as you're writing on your piece of paper, you hear a message. And this message comes into your head. And this message is from a voice who you know very, very well. But it's a voice that you haven't heard in a very long time. It's the voice of your mother.
Ferros? Is that what you're calling yourself now?
You can call me Flair, it's fine.
That is the name I gave you at birth.
You can call me whatever you want. What is it?
Why have you... Why have you not done what I have asked you to do?
I'm sorry? You didn't ask me to do anything.
No, I did.
I don't remember you asking me anything.
You do not remember?
No.
Ferros. I like that name now.
I mean, it is a homage
I
to
know.
Dad,
I know.
but
I received a very strange and disturbing note from a very old friend of mine who said that she has contacted you. Is this true?
I can't lie to you, Mom. Yeah. I talked to her.
Why would you go to her, my boy?
I had nowhere else to go, Mom.
No, that is not true.
I died, alright? I couldn't stop things from killing me. What if I can die and Talron can live? How am I supposed to help him when he dies? I would probably be dead before.
When?
I'm sorry, you don't know Talron, but I died in the tomb.
Laraxi was sent to prevent that. I have asked him to come to 10 towns. I had thought that you were with him. You are not with Laraxi then. Ferros, there are things you do not yet understand about the way that your lineage is, and the deadly perils that await you if you go down this path. You have already been put in the crosshairs. Fierna has you on her list. You
must not fall prey to her desires, even if they seem like they may lead you to your own. And although it seems that Ferros doesn't respond, because I think he's actually dropped out of.
You got your mod on still.
I think that unfortunately we lost Kraw. So it's actually kind of poignant that we lost him right there at the end, because something happens in that time frame when Ferros attempts to respond to his mother, is that a figure appears in the cell next to him. That figure is a old and wizened figure with wild hair and a long, craggy beard. And he sits down on the bench next to Ferros, and he says, I think you and I should have a talk.
Hey, can you hear me?
We can now. But you're not in Zoom, which is totally fine because we're just about to end on that note.
Sorry, I swapped mics.
No
One
worries.
second.
No worries.
That was weird. My internet went